everyone, welcome back to Jasper's Game Week Aussie Edition. If you're joining us for the first time today, I'm Sarah, and this is John, and we're from Meeples and Dragons. We're coming up on Game 3 today with DM Michele.
We'd like to thank Michele and his players, Shane, Nikki, Promethean, Nicholas, Andy and Chris for playing today. We're really looking forward to this game. And of course, thank you to our friends at Ardent Roleplay for hosting us on their Twitch this week. If you haven't checked out their augmented reality system for TTRPGs yet, you should stop by our site and grab a copy of their printed play cards, download the app and take it for a spin.
Don't forget you can influence the game through specific donations to give advantage, disadvantage and more to the players and DM throughout the game via the Tiltify. I believe there was talk about dancing in this game tonight.
We'll pass you over to Michele now. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Good evening. Hello, everybody from everywhere you're watching. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Michele, and we are here and ready to tell some stories with D&D. And this is all with thanks from the wonderful Ardent Roleplay, Jasper's Game Day, obviously donating for or streaming for a very, very good cause, suicide prevention, and obviously Meeples and Dragons to thank you so much for organizing all of this as well. This is, I think, game 3 of the first day of our Australian week, and I'm very, very humbled and excited to be the DM for this for these wonderful people. I might just go around quickly and just if everybody in order of who I can see or who just want to just talk over each other, that's okay. Tell me, just say a quick hi if you want and a bit about you.
Sure, hi, Promethean. How you doing? That's it.
That's it. Nice. Good, nice and short.
Move it on.
Who's next? Chris, go.
Hey, I'm Chris. This is my first time of being on streams. I've never done this before. I will be playing a character. Let's see if he can survive more than 2 combats.
Nice.
Back to you.
Next.
You're up, Boo. Me. I'm Shane. I'm going to be very loud and noisy. And yeah, cool. Fun time.
Amazing.
Unfortunately married to that.
Beautiful.
I'm Nick. I will also be playing a character, although it won't sound like I sound right now.
Curious. And
does that leave me?
yes.
Hi, I'm Andy. I suppose I didn't think that was clever or flashy enough for internet and social media, so I go by Healed by Wounds there. You can catch me over at Bill Allen World. I'm in a series called Dungeons and Dragons with Dads, and we have loads of fun. So hopefully I'll not embarrass myself to my friends there.
Thank you so much. At the end, I'll wrap it up as well with another just a quick go with everybody. Cool. Well, look, we might as well just go straight into it, and I will start by just bringing everybody into this world in which you have found yourselves in and the situation in which stands. So, don't forget, everybody, if you do want something amazing to happen during this, don't forget to donate, and things may occur that I have no idea. We have already, yes, we've got this, a bit of a dance for the DM. We got a little bit of a boogie. A bit of a boogie for dancing. Yeah, we got that. And go. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Bring them all on. So, bringing it in. We are set in the Mournlands in Corvair. However, as you, level 15 characters, all know each other, have found, to your doings, the Mournland has healed. You have won. The cause of this magical explosion that rocked Corvair that had ended the last war, has now been healed. The living spells themselves, who were responsible and had formed a new species in their own right, have been slain. Their duo, whose name was Euxis, had been defeated, who clouded the realm in sentient servants of Evocats, Illusiates, and Abjurites, have dissipated. And now you celebrate in the first tavern in what was once known as the Mournland, newly built, simply known as Sire Central. And then, as you, the heroes, traveling together all of this time, sit down in your chairs, no thrones, to breathe your first sigh of relief, of peace. The chairs beneath you suddenly swallow you, sending you sprawling through darkness. Up is down, right is left, and you are disorientated to the point of sickness, falling through leaves and being pulled upward through water, then seared through licks of flame. Visions of animals screeching and roaring as you come into view. You're trapped, endless, empty. Then, a cliffside appears in your vision. The same wooden chairs make your first purchase on Solidity, a welcome but confusing one, as you stare over a precipice of air, stone, and trees. And a humanoid, lion-faced and blue-maned, holding a green apple in his hands, approaches from beyond the trees opposite this cliff face. He walks towards you, towards the cliff in which you are now seated around each other in a semicircle, overlooking the sand and waves below, overlooking an endless sunset. So, as you see this lion figure approach, he holds this apple in his right hand. You can see this soft brown fur covering his arm, and he walks towards you, and then in his other hand appears just there a platter of bananas, of cherries, of coconuts, of other things that you've never seen before. And they move on their own accord, back and forth, jittering and turning as he walks up to you, regal, a blue cape behind him, and behind him, this forest of beautiful pine trees and these pine cones that dot the ground. He walks up onto this stone platform that you are seated on. And as he walks closer, he says, "So, welcome. Welcome all. Welcome to Vim. You are in Vim, a world of pleasures, of happiness, of true emotion. No one suffers here. It is a land of peace. And he holds out the apple as it, on its own accord, splits into 6 even pieces. And inside you can see a pinkish flesh with these little blue worms that are within, that are wriggling. As you eat your piece, tell me, who are you? And he hands one to each person. What would you like to do?
Was that weird for anyone else? I saw worms in the hole, like the hole we fell through, some kind of worm hole. This is bizarre. Truly bizarre. The chances of us getting here, and I take out an abacus and just fix some beads across, is almost astronomical that we would all fall in the same location.
Wake me up when he finishes explaining it. Yep.
Bragg just throws the apple behind him immediately and turns to Ironbert. Did you not make that happen?
No, this was not me this time. I am capable of some phenomena, but nothing so egregious as this. Why, to bend the very worlds around each other is beyond even my doing.
Please, tell me who you are and why you have come here.
It wasn't for the apples, mate.
The
I think
apples
they have expired.
Yeah.
No, the apples give you sustenance. They will allow you to abide here unscathed. Please. And he races over and he picks up the thrown apple, the thrown piece, and he just pushes it into each of your hands. Eat.
You have any kiwis then?
Yeah.
I prefer kiwi.
Yeah, apple's not really a sort of thing, you know. Could do something a little bit different.
Something more fibrous, perhaps? A coconut?
As you say these fruits, you hear from the platter this, "Oh, I'm here," and you see a kiwi fruit suddenly, eyes open on this fruit and start to jump across the platter and leap onto you, Theox.
Bill, I did ask for it, didn't I? So I hold it in my hand.
Really, you should know better by now.
Hello, little guy.
Oh, hello, I'm here. Please, allow me. And this fruit starts to unfurl its furry outside, undoing, as it says, allow me. And you feel yourself become full. And you can taste the kiwi, but you haven't actually eaten the fruit. And as in the same moment, a coconut appears. And Ironbert, you have to automatically catch this, or just by a reaction, catch this coconut in your hands. As this other voice, these eyes appear, say, I am the coconut. And you feel as well that you are sated by the coconut, and you feel full, but the coconut's still in your hand. And this lion speaks again. He says, "This is a world of pleasures. You need not eat to be sated. You need not suffer or be hungry. All of these feelings that you feel are now gone. Be at peace."
That's the trick with the fruit. Can you do that with steak as well?
Look, I'm going to take the not eating option.
Sure, if we do not have to eat the fruit, why do you want us to eat this apple?
And why do you want to eat talking fruit? Or coconuts, for that matter. It makes no sense.
Also, I feel there's a strong argument for us being brought here, not coming here.
If I may explain this, you are correct, Morgraine. Welcome to Vim. And we are the Rebili, a race of gatekeepers and botanists on this land, renowned for our agriculture and natural affinity towards nature. We grow the best crop this side of the Deseret, and are humbled to have you as our guests. The vegetables are as sentient as the fruits in front of you. To sustain them, to sustain you, they are here. Now,
I think I just heard no steak.
Unfortunately
Also, is this
not.
just the vegan's nightmares when the fruit are talking?
Not at all, not at all. You will feel any meal that you so choose to have. It will be yours. You are the heroes of Corvair, which is why you have been brought here. This is your reward. This is for you. So, enjoy the sunsets. Enjoy the reward that we offer here, the peace. You need not go back to Corvair. Allow us to offer all we could have, to be your hosts. You have won. You have defeated the last living evil. Eat this pie and this banana as well. And he grabs a group of bananas and just flings them in your direction. They go onto the floor, and you hear this as this group of bananas suddenly come alive, and you see each of them have a pair of eyes in this mouth and go, help! And then they crash onto the ground in front of you. This lion figure then walks towards the edge of this cliff, overlooking the horizon, as his back is to you now, as he says, just to the air, as the soft breeze comes past. So, this land is yours. You can do with it what you wish. Whatever you desire, however you want to change the environment, the landscape, this endless expanse, you change to be whatever you want, your truest desires. Us, Rebili, we will leave you to your thoughts, but before we go, watch, and as he does say that, Einbert, I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Yeah, certainly.
As he says that, he moves his hand, and in the distance you see a double sun rise up from what was to be a sunset. It then quickly turns into a sunrise as this bright light shines in from two directions, and you see clouds start to appear quickly above you. No rain, but just these beautiful white puffs. What did you roll?
76.
76. Good to know. Thank you very much. And as the suns appear, they make a beam of light towards you, Einbert, and you all watch as this elderly figure, your friend, your companion, suddenly bursts in a bright nimbus, and you suddenly all see nothing. You are all considered blinded.
He's done it again.
Not again. Einbert, you out there?
Sorry, it was just a little experiment in photons I was running, but it seems to have gone awry once again. It's only the third time I've attempted it.
So if we can change this environment any way we like, can I have my sight back?
And as you say this, all of a sudden you find yourself being able to see once more. Everybody else, you are still cannot see anything. Your vision is clouded, dark from what was this bright light.
Haha.
I'm not hearing you bump into anything, Morgaine. Did it work or not?
Oh, it worked. I can see you.
Great. I also would like to see again.
And your vision comes back in a moment.
Oh. Huzzah! Brilliant plan. Done, I think.
Can you see?
Ah, yes. Seeing. Yes.
And Fanny, your sight also returns. The lion continues again as his hands move the horizon and the lights turn this beautiful purple and pink in the blue behind the blue sky, and these clouds then stop in their tracks. And the lion turns around to you and says, his blue cloak waving, he says, "So, I must tell you, when you venture and explore this plane, and I invite you to do so, go through the forest. You may see beings you have encountered before in your travels. Do what you will with them, because this is your world now, and enjoy it." And with that, he gives off a bit of a sly smile, as at the last he suddenly starts floating upward and his hands expand wide, and as he spins slowly around again to face the landscape beyond the cliff, he suddenly disappears into thin air.
That was all quite melodramatic, and Crag picks up one of these still whimpering bananas and just starts to kind of examine it, trying to get a druidic eye on exactly what's happening with these very vocal fruits.
Okay. Sorry, go on.
So if you start to peel them, do they scream lots?
I'll get to that in just a second. We've got a donation as well for Ironbert and for Morgraine to do what exactly? Was it a? I think it was a. Just holding on for a second there. As we find out, as you peel this... Oh, advantage, thank you, sorry. And on your next rolls, just remember you both have advantage on those rolls. Thank you so much for the donation. As you peel the banana, you hear a, "Oh, that's good, yep, And you see the eyes on the peel start to unfurl. So, and as this banana unfurls, it speaks to you. We desired sentience, us fruit. So now, because back in your world, we didn't have it. We were simply there as foodstuffs. But now we have this amazing ability to see, to hear, and this is all we wanted. This is all we wanted, but no one heard us. No one. We were trying to shout to the heavens, but no one. And now it's happened.
Hang on, you little yellow twit.
Yes.
If you weren't sentient, how did you desire anything?
Oh, it started with this wizard just wanted to see how it would go with one of us.
So, it was Finbert again.
No, I don't recognize him, but there was the one very similar looking, probably more hair, just even more.
Was it Newton Isaacson? I used to work with him at the Arcane University.
Oh, that sounds very familiar. It may have been, yes. And then as that person with more white hair, long down to the legs, he did this thing, and suddenly I was aware, and it was great. Anyway,
I'm like a flying pink elephant.
As you say that, you see in the very far distance, almost peripheral vision, there's and you see this creature start to emerge from below the cliff, out of sight initially, and go upward. And you see this elephant the size of your thumb emerge, Morgraine, and these little wings just fluttering, these wings only about an inch long, just flutter up, and this trumpeting becomes is just this shrill as it lands on your shoulder. And it's this bright pink in size. In color. As you say that, immediately afterward, you see this Rebili, this lion, reappear all of a sudden and say, "Yes, I wouldn't. That is a very good trick, but I probably wouldn't do too much to manipulate the countryside yet. I'd probably say explore what you can, see what is without your limits, and then I would invite you to have your free will, but not too many of that." And vanishes.
So if you've got an elephant, I don't know what he said. Does it mean I can get an airship?
He said to what we want.
Exactly.
This air
Don't do too much.
in this rotating wind, this suddenly erupts from around you, and you feel this wind buffet you as just above the trees that line the forest, above it just sails over the top this airship, and it appears, and it is the size of the largest city that you've ever encountered. It is Shan as the city of towers, the length and breadth of this city, and it is enormous, and it just appears and shimmers into existence about 100 meters above the forest, and it simply is there. And you can see the underside of this thing is all this beautiful dark wood, and you can see that there are about 103 or 4 story masts that line the inside of this line the deck of this ship.
So, as our words have this creative power, not only can I see, but I've got these impressive otherworldly dragon wings coming out to my back that allow me to hover here, right?
All of a sudden, blue, scaly wings just unfurl. Again, the size of bat wings. And they're just around you.
Yeah.
And you can feel this
great.
extra appendage as you just sort of just try and get a bearing on what this feels like.
This is quite remarkable. Let me try. I would like the secret to faster than light travel.
To what?
To faster than light travel.
I think
right, okay.
teleport, but yes.
Heinbert, for a moment, you are alone, and then this extra piece of knowledge suddenly enters your mind, and true to form, now you are aware of how this spell of teleportation functions.
My goodness, it was so simple. Why didn't I put my nose this entire time? Why didn't I think of this?
You hear the swaying of the trees as you look beyond, and you see that their tall trunks just wave ever so slowly through the tree line now, as you are contemplating these new gifts that you have been able to receive. There seems to be another figure that emerges. And as you watch in your holding this fruit, this sentient fruit, and as you are trying to understand what's going on, a centaur emerges. And the centaur has 3 legs and looks very battle worn as it staggers towards you, not uncomfortably, not as though injured, but as though a wound has healed. And she, with her very regal stature and this tall, large horse body, just trots towards you. And you immediately all recognize her. you remember that one of your tasks, one of your quests quite a long time ago, was to defeat the horde of Queen Fadila, the terrible armies of the evil centaur that were emerging from the demon wastes. And she, this being in front of you, being the leader of this group, as she stumbles towards you, she puts a hand out. Even though she's wearing full plate battle armor on, and on her back you can see the spear, she says, "Hold! Hold! I'm not here to fight. Stay your hand. This is not what you think it is."
That's a first.
I think she's after our bloody airship.
That's love. Good to see ya.
She walks more and more towards you. As she gets closer, are you doing anything?
Strike a pose, you know.
Yep.
I speak to my Kiwi. Do you think we can trust her?
Yes, yes. Please do. She's very good. She's a good being now. You don't remember how she was. She's actually better. She's done well. And she's not quite here. Talk to her.
The Kiwi says we can trust her. Let's talk to her.
Sounds good to me. Huzzah!
Perfectly sound logic. And Craig just has a little giggle and points out to Theox that he's going to have a hell of fun time getting out of his armor with those brand new wings.
This female centaur comes towards you more, and you can see that, true to form, she is about double all of your height, as her imposing stature greets you. And she puts both of her hands out now and says, "Wait. It has been a long time. Klincrag, Scruffy, Einbert, Morgraine, Theox, Fanny. It is good to see you, and I wish no harm. We are... What have you been told? Where do you think you are?"
We've been told very little, but I did get an elephant.
And I've got an airship. Look.
Some kind of fantastical paradise.
I believe they called it Vim.
Vim?
Yes.
Vim.
Yes.
And we can do whatever we want.
You can do anything, but be warned.
But should we?
These will have consequences. You are right, Morgraine. You are powerful, you are knowledgeable, but be warned, it is not as it seems. Vim, this place, it's shrouded. And I have not too much idea how even I got here. But please, free us.
So, Thads, did you get the whole song and dance? Can you have whatever your heart desires and have all your wishes come true? Or are you just keeping 3 legs for the sake of it?
You recall, Klincrag, that you took this leg from me.
Look, I only wanted to borrow it originally. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Yes. Whatever reason that you had at them in the moment, I do want it back, but that is not the point right now. I didn't come here because I asked. I have been brought here, perhaps as some sort of weird reason. I think I am here to warn you. Something has brought me here. But I warn you now, before I go, but I can feel myself fading. And as you listen to that, you see that her body starts to shimmer and move. And she looks around at her body and at her arm and at her plate armor. I don't have much time. Maybe you don't either. But move quickly. And be warned, whatever you ask, it will be warped. It will be not as you ask, really. Not here. Not for truth. So do it wisely. Do it wisely. And she, once again, shimmers. I do not have much time. Is there anything else you would like to know? Don't eat the fruit, please. By the way.
We should probably talk about centaur biomechanics. Technically, you shouldn't be able to walk with 3 legs. The center of gravity is completely wrong.
And as I remember it, I was not able to. But here things are different. As you probably well know now.
I mean, the talking fruit was kind of a giveaway, but yes.
You will find other things that are not natural back in Corvair that can talk, do other things that they themselves have desired, have wanted in their former lives, and now can. I'd avoid most of them. You may encounter others that like me, that you've come across in your travels back in Corvair.
Can I get a sense of what kind of spell or magic is keeping him here, or has brought him here?
Now, are you asking me or her?
I'm asking you, as the dungeon master.
I will get you to roll me an Arcana check, please, as I need Morgraine to roll me, Morgraine and Fenny to roll me perception checks, please.
Sorry.
That is a 13 with plus 11, so 24.
Plus 11. As you look around and you...
I got 15. Good gosh.
Oh, beautiful. Morgraine?
1 moment.
That's all right.
26.
She's better at than I am,
We'll do the Arcana roll first. But you sense that there is a particular type of magic that is not just with her, but all around you, and it's difficult to understand because it's jumping. It's sporadic. It's not a cemented spell like you're used to casting. You can only gather that the type of spell, the school of magic in which it seems to be emanating from, is conjuration. Fenny, you look around and you thought you noticed for a moment that there was a rustle in the trees, but then your gaze turns back, and Morgraine, you notice immediately that through the tree line, you can see that there are gaps inside. You notice that there's a small fireplace, a light coming from within in sort of that darker area. As the centaur says, I must leave. I feel this pull. Please heed my words. And be well. And leave here. And she shimmers away.
Did you mean this cliff or this whole world? Never mind.
She shimmered away before I could ask her where we should start then. Does anyone have any idea?
There is a fire through the trees.
Not again. Craig.
I'm not saying we should burn the whole place to the ground, but maybe we should burn the whole place to the ground.
Look, it worked that one time.
It worked more than once.
We should be careful, because if we wish it, it might just happen. So maybe we should discuss carefully. We do not want to disturb the delicate arcane fluctuations.
I don't know what you just said.
There was no wishing.
It doesn't matter what he said. I do.
So
like
do I say I wish, or do I not say I wish?
Don't say I wish.
Well, hang on. Let's.
I wish I had a sandwich.
It will talk to you.
Is it a talking? You wish for a talking sandwich?
One appears in your hand, and as it comes out, you see this beautiful bun. It is burnt to a crisp, though, and as you look at it, this smoky once edible thing opens some eyes and becomes sentient and says, this don't feel good.
Okay, that is very strange.
Einberg, who did you just change into a sandwich from a normal person?
Well, someone who appears to have been on fire.
And again, it's not a first time,
Look, I'm glad you're all willing to believe the most evil centaur in all time over a talking kiwi fruit. That's well done. Absolutely.
When the choices are that or the centaur, what do you do?
the kiwi fruit. I like the banana.
Trusting our enemies probably isn't our best plan, but staying here isn't either.
I buy it. It's not because of the guilt of still having her leg, honest. And Crag just picks up a rock and kind of taps on it. Is this thing on? I haven't made a wish yet. And says, all right, I want complete and full knowledge of exactly why we are here.
Okay.
And wait.
As you do utter those words, all that is given to you in your mind, and only you, Klincrag, is you are here, and this is a voice that is just monotone. You are here against your will. You are here as trapped. You are here forever.
Did it work? What did you find out?
It's not great. A really, really dull voice. Believes that we're here forever, so I guess we need to break out.
We can do that. Brilliant.
I have found fire is quite helpful with this.
We have broken out of worse places.
And it's at this point, Scruffy steps out of the shadows.
Scruffy, where have you been?
I was sleepy.
You got trapped in the wormhole.
No. The exposition at the start bored me senseless, and I hate fruit. So I just slept through most of it. I think I've caught up now. We need to escape.
Spot on, you little rat bag. Well done.
Right. Who do I stab?
Probably someone in the forest.
Not this kiwi.
Not that kiwi.
I'm curious to see what it does if you want to try stabbing the sentient food. That would go for it.
That seems cruel. Perhaps we should threaten it first. Can we not threaten it? Have we not threatened it?
I mean, this sandwich is pretty badly burned. I do not know.
Maybe we try and poke something that hasn't spoken to us yet.
Threaten someone else. I like that. Makes sense.
Yes. Look for the one fruit that's not talking. That's a good idea.
Or like a tree.
The chairs came with us, eh?
The chairs came with us.
Okay.
How many
So we don't threaten
times?
them.
How many times can we not stab random trees, please? They really don't like it. They're not big fans.
Hey, they don't always hit us back.
And it was at one time that we got into the pit of despair by doing that.
Yeah. They make nice wardrobes.
Look, I tell you what. How about we sit down for a bit and I'll just have a conversation with the trees instead.
Just as well be butchers.
I don't like doing it. You know this. But we're going to need more information, right?
At this point, I need Klincrag and Mulgrain both roll a D100, please.
Oh dear.
As we have a donation, thankfully, by a mysterious stranger who does not like fruit.
Oh, that's going on. Theox, do you?
Should that be May as well?
Yes, there's an Andy as well. Roll a D100, Andy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, sorry. All three. Apologies. Go for it.
53.
71.
Sorry, so 53 for Klincrag. Good to know. Thank you. And then 70.
71.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. And then Theox.
That would be a 43 for me.
A 43. Thank you very much. 43. Fantastic. Okay. Klincrag, you automatically suddenly feel that your skin hardens and you feel like you could just drink whatever you wanted and not be affected by it at all, no matter what you drunk. And Mograine, where are you? Oh, yes. You also feel a similar tinge in your skin. And you feel your skin actually look like it's turning to stone, but you feel light, like you still can run around like normal, like you're used to. This is the familiar feeling you felt before back in Corvair on one of your adventures. You feel like you are immune to many things. And Theox, you suddenly understand that you are able to move quickly from place to place if you would like, without any hindrance at all. So, with those in mind, Klincrag, you were going. What would you like to do?
I would very much like to attempt to speak to the trees, have a little conversation, suss out this as much as possible from wildlife and nature.
Sure. As you yourself just walk up to, so the line of trees is about 60 feet away from where you're sitting at the moment, overlooking this beautiful cliffside, sand and waves rushing onto the shore below. And as you move away from that and your companions, what does everyone else want to do?
Go check out my airship.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Does your kiwi have a name?
Oh,
Wasn't more game?
What are you called?
Pee-wee?
Pee-wee's a kiwi.
Pee-wee the kiwi. That's perfect. That's so easy. Einbert meet Pee-wee. Pee-wee meet Einbert.
We must all dance. Continue, everybody. Let's dance to the donation.
Morgaine, I feel that you were onto something with this fire in the woods. Perhaps we should go look at those people there.
Go check that out.
By the way, yes, I do believe time is of the essence, and this is for Fenny. Time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana.
Yes.
Brilliant. Let's check out that fire. So Theox heads right to the fire. And
that sounds like a brilliant plan. We've got a job. What's the fire?
Wonders where everybody else is. And then he goes right back to them, and it feels like it was just one step, but he's already there with this speed thing going on.
Yeah, you suddenly jump 20 feet in an instant. You teleport there.
Yep.
Ooh.
I jump back and say, let's check out this fire.
And you're gone because of the world we're in. Pay attention.
Fenny, you wanted to check out this airship. As you look up, it is way out of reach. You're looking up, and it's a beautiful looking ship from below, and it looks like it has a whole city on it, buildings of stone and all shapes and sizes. And you can see actual people looking like they are rummaging around like ants, but nothing doing.
Hey,
you can't.
They're on my ship.
So you're all starting to walk towards Klincrag as well?
What are we doing?
We were heading to the fire.
The fire.
In the
okay.
woods.
I got distracted.
Okay. As you all start to head towards as a group, Klincrag, you get there first. And as you head towards it, make me another perception check.
$25.
25. Okay. You see everything. You see time. Time itself. As you look through, you see that the fireplace. You see the fireplace straight away. You were concentrating on the trees, but then your vision just focused in, and about 90 feet ahead, between these trees, where the acorns on the that make up the ground have this beautiful moss over the top of each one, and the smell that's given off is this beautiful, like just after a rain smell hits you. It's just a lovely expanse here of nature. You see butterflies that have wings that are triple the size, and as they pass you with these pinks and blues, they look over you with these beautiful big eyes and say hi, and they continue on, and you can see surrounding the fireplace, 3 huddled over cloaked figures that seem to be playing cards of some kind. They're triangular in shape, but as your vision continues to look around, you also hear this rushing wind from the very, very far distance. You also hear this roaring sound, but you're not sure about which direction. And also, the trees have this beautiful bark on them that almost glow with this beautiful bronze copper look, and it's all very rough. And you said you were going to try and talk to them?
Yeah, I was going to cast commune with nature.
Beautiful.
Yep. And get a sense for specifically the powerful kind of creatures in the area influence planes. We try and find the missing piece of the puzzle.
Okay. Cool. So, as you commune with nature, what specifically did you want to ask them?
So you instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts about powerful celestial phase fiends or undead, influence from other planes of existence, and prevalent.
Okay.
Up to 3 of those facts.
And which, apologies, which 3 are you thinking?
Specifically the powerful creatures and influence from.
Okay. As you put your hand on this tree, it speaks back to you immediately as your thoughts and those commands emanate through, and you hear a response. Yes. Around here, there are. I would avoid those 3 there that you can see in the fireplace. Beyond that, there's this a big circular being with lots of hands on it. I'd avoid him. I think it's a her. And then beyond that, there's this line of trees, and then beyond that, an island of stone. And then I'd avoid that. And I'd probably just avoid most other things because everything is quite chaotic here at the moment.
Right. Thanks.
But you're probably going to look for the thing that's beyond all of them, so you're probably going to need to pass through that too.
Excellent. Now, just a reminder, just in case you felt worried about it, you're a tree. Anything that's not directly here, you get to avoid, so you're okay. But thank you for that. That's very helpful.
That gives me comfort. Thank you. I will just stay here then.
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm really stumped as to what to do otherwise.
Boom.
If I knew we were going to be branching out into puns.
It becomes a naughty problem after a while.
Just leave it alone.
Maybe we should make like a tree and get out of here.
And so Craig ends this fun conversation with the tree and just kind of whistles out to the 2, both Morgaine and both the rogues are heading towards the tree line, yeah?
Fire.
Together?
Yeah.
Right,
We saw some people playing cards.
Yeah, Craig just kind of whistles over at them. I think they're heading in his direction out to that way, yeah, and intercepts them to join that little jaunt. And just points out that the tree over there wasn't particularly fond of them, so I'm sure they're going to be really interesting characters.
Are trees quite often not fond of people?
The trees, it's like people and non-people. Some are fond of some things, some are not fond of other things. What kind of ridiculous question is that?
seem very sensible to me.
I suppose it is subjective, like the tree may love the botanist, but not so much the arborist, if you know what I mean.
No idea whatsoever.
Doesn't really matter what trees like. You know what trees like? Dirt.
Hey, they like water and sunshine.
And fire. No, wait.
No, they don't like the fire.
Oh.
They do
So
not
just
like
to
fire.
recap, we're here to escape. We
Correct.
did talk to trees. We created an airship. One of us has blinded everyone. Thanks. That's what
Oh, we got unblinded.
How'd you go with that, Scruffy? When we were all
I was
blinded?
asleep at the time. I just went through my eyelids. Horrible thing. Very upsetting. So the tree has said, don't talk to the three people. There's something bad after that and something bad after that. And then it got a bit vague.
Yeah, I got the impression that our
That was
way out is on the other side of all of the bad.
Right.
Which
It usually is.
It usually is, right? This is how these things play out.
Sure.
So really, we do need to escape. But is there a sense of urgency about it? That's I'm not sure about.
Have you seen Talking Fruit? I mean, look, I know you speak to greater powers all the time, but when fruit walk at me, it just freaks the hell out of me. Look, it's like red dots. They do crazy things to me. Talking, can we just go?
Actually,
I do see your fur standing on end now, Scruffy, so probably should.
perhaps we should ask Peewee what he thinks. He is, after all, the litmus test we've been using for other people's information.
Do we lick
Peewee. Peewee, we're in urgent need of your advice, your sage
Yes.
advice as a Kiwi.
I'm Sage.
We're told to stay away from the three persons at the fire, but that seems to be the way to go. What
You
can
need
you
to
tell
go
us
there.
about them?
You need to go there. It's probably for the best. He might give you some clues as to how to leave this place if you want. But keep us here because I like to talk.
Thank you, Peewee. Strokes it gently. Hey, Are we at the fire yet? Let's get there.
All right.
All right.
You all.
Let me just stop you. We're not going to walk up.
This might be a bad idea.
Strangers we've just been warned about. I'm going to fade into the shadows.
Okay.
Ahoy, card players.
I'm going to also join the tree line.
Oh, yeah, that stealth thing. Too late. Right. Aha!
So who's going stealth? Okay, 1, 2, cool, and 3. Yep.
will try.
Please roll stealth checks if you are going stealth, and let me know while I do some.
I'm boldly going forward with Peewee in hand to guide me.
Okay.
No stealthing needed.
And
No, not at all. They're playing cards. We can join in.
yeah, Crag will trudge alongside as well.
Okay.
I got a
rolled
17.
A 17. Good to know.
I rolled a 19.
19. Cool.
30.
13. Sorry, 3 0.
3, 0. 30.
Excellent. Good to know. Oh wow.
Fire.
Okay. Scruffy, you suddenly find yourself somewhere else. Okay, so you, the three of you, Scruffy, Ironbird, and Morgraine, just meld behind trees and sneakily avoid the very hard to avoid ground cover of moss that is slippery. As you can see between the rocks and the acorns that have fallen, beautiful little streams just flow through, and you can see that the ground cover turns. And please roll a wild surge, Ironbird. Sorry, a D100. Sorry, Ironbird. And as you continue,
what it's for.
and the others, Crag, Fenny, and Theox, you just go towards these three, and as you do, what's the roll, Ironbird?
35.
35. Okay, excellent. I'll keep that one on hand. Could you please roll me a D10, Ironbird, as you sneak along?
Wish he'd rolled 42. Did it happen? It should have happened.
What was your roll?
4.
4. Good. Okay. So 4. Okay. As you continue your way, I'll get to that. Everyone who isn't sneaking, you find that these 3 huddled over creatures, one of them turns as they hear you approach, and they all stop playing their cards, and the crackling of the fire is small but warm as they all start to stand as one. And the first one turns towards you, the others cloaked or looking away still. And as this creature turns towards you, this humanoid, you see before you one of the most recent enemies that you've defeated. This skeletal figure with these glowing blue sapphires for eyes. The breath coming out of this creature is green smoke. Scruffy, that is terrifying.
Excellent.
As the basically, it looks like that. And I couldn't describe it better. As you see this rotting skin on his face, these pinkish marks, this lick or lich appears before you, and the other 2 turn, and you notice that these are, or were, before you defeated them, called the 3, and they were defeated by you only maybe a year before. And the first one speaks as he says, "Good day. How are you today? It is good to see you." And he gives you this cracking smile where these teeth just appear above where your normal jawline should end.
Oh no, the singing lich.
Is that you, Rich? Is that Rich?
It is me, Rich. I am here, and I am here to help.
Oh,
That's
glory
excellent.
eyes.
Would you like a banana?
The other turns now, the other lich, and this one here is this huge orc-looking skeleton with just one eye that's sort of coming out a little bit, and it starts to speak, and it says, "Oh, it is good to see you all again. How I have missed you. You are in Vim. I am him. It is a win."
Because that last one was a bit tenuous.
Can I roll insight to see if it really is good to see us?
Absolutely, go for it. Roll insight as the third turns, and this last one, a much smaller goblin lich-looking creature, and as it sings, it says, "Hello again. Oh, my singing is the worst. And good day."
That's what I use a natural 20 on as an insight check. Grand. 28.
Okay. You all turn now. As Scruffy, Ironbert, and Morgraine, you all hear this, but you're still hidden. Are you wanting to do anything?
Not yet.
Yep.
I think I'm going to
Scruffy emerges from Ironbert's hair with his 30.
Yep.
I told you this was the case, and then sinks back into the hair.
Okay. Cool.
Please never do that again.
If it isn't my favorite bonus shop triplet. So I see you 3 have wound up here. I take it you're quite happy to be here, or are you unhappy to be here?
We are at peace. We are no longer suffering. The first one sings. As you look over as well, you all notice, Ironbert, you suddenly, your hair and your beard have grown even whiter, and you feel a bit weaker as you feel yourself, and you feel sort of the top of your head. There are a lot more wrinkles there than there were only moments before. As in everyone's look, as everyone's looking at you, you see that Ironbert seems to have aged about 20 years in but moments.
Hey, Ironbert, how old are you again?
Well, when we started, I was 237, but I feel about 257.
Yeah, you're looking at 2. Yeah.
Yeah, check your makeup.
And
I would like to cast minor illusion to make myself appear the age I was before.
okay. And this flowing magic appears, and you just have that again. Don't forget, Iron Bet, you do have an advantage reroll if you needed to at any point. Also, you continue to listen to this lich who says, "It is good that we are here. We have been brought here. It was our desire, our keen something to simply be, to simply exist in this. And now we are, and it is good. We do not want to leave here." And then the third one counters in, "No, we do not."
Beautiful harmony.
Thank you.
Can I ask why you want to stay here exactly?
Where we were evil, but now we are simply good. We have no intention of causing harm to anyone. We fear if we travel back, we will have those intentions again.
Yeah, so I get that. You were evil, but you were pretty good at being evil. Is that not a little weird?
Yeah, sort of in our top 10, top 5 maybe even, you know?
Just make me a charisma check, please, Kling.
God. Awfully. Nat 20.
Wunderbar.
They sort of look at each other, and the third one pipes up again and says, "You're right. We were very bad. We were very good at being bad. Maybe our task is done here, and we can return. But first, now that you have given us that mode of enlightenment, here a gift for your travels." And he reaches out, and you can see that this gnarly, bony hand, this small gnarled, holds in his fist, opens it, and there's an unscathed and unblemished ring. And the ring seems to have one galley out of 3 that's empty, and the other 2 that have one small diamond in each of them. So it's 3 sort of sockets, 2 of them filled with diamonds, and the other empty. "Take this. It is for you. And do with it what you will, but really find your way out with it."
Okay, is one of them proposing to kill Craig at this point in time?
I think that might be what's happening.
I don't remember that in our last combat. That's really I'm giving up on drinking.
Well, they do keep telling us that this world's a little bit upside down.
So
they do, and so Craig takes the ring and
now you're
engaged.
Engaged
now. Okay,
well, he's not going to put it on. He's just examining it very closely.
Yeah, this is why everyone else takes these things, right? Yeah. The last time I took one, went on my finger.
Yeah. So
right.
if
and it's never coming off.
Oh, love you, darling.
So if Therox is a priest and he's just taking the ring, are they going to do a ceremony now? Because I would just want to get on and get out of here. The whole marriage thing, it's very confusing.
Maybe we just keep walking and pretend we don't know them.
Sure. Hold on. Their initials, they spell maths, don't they? Curious. Let's never speak of this again.
Probably not.
It's roundabout now. I am regretting not preparing the spell silence today because I could have shut them up. This terrible singing.
thank you for that kind comment.
You heard me.
I assume
we
you weren't
could
saying
just
it.
wish that they don't sing.
So, what is it that you need? And you hear that there is no more song, no more notes emanating from their voices. So,
I wish I could sing. I like this singing.
How do you think you can
wish they would tap
proceed? How do you think you can proceed? And make me an investigation check, Kling, if you're looking at this. So is it you, Kling, that's looking at this ring a bit more in depth?
Yeah. And so
Yeah, cool, please do.
My keen, deep gnome eye.
Yep.
I will roll 20.
A 20, okay. Looking at it and really studying it, the ring is made from this single band.
No, my bad. Sorry, I need to retcon that. I was looking at the wrong roll. It's a 6.
Oh, it's a 6.
It's a ring.
Looking
I've
at
been
this
above ground a bit too long.
looking at this beautiful band of what it looks to be fake gold in your eyes, the diamonds look a bit more dull than actual diamonds. Do you think this might be some sort of counterfeit?
Yeah, I don't think it's too real. And Clag just kind of flicks it over to Einbert.
Okay, don't give him magical jewels.
Don't you remember last time?
It's a hunk of junk. It'll be fine.
It's never fine.
Scruffy's now 60 foot away from Weinberg.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. You just move away completely.
Yeah.
Right now.
So, I would advise that you continue forth with this gift and find your next challenge, your next enemy that you have encountered in your past life.
Yeah, wow, that was good.
That's it then. We can just move on. We've beaten this challenge.
I'm not going to lie. I can see why the tree didn't like him.
I always enjoyed their evil more than I enjoyed their singing.
Yeah.
Trees are notoriously not fans of musical theatre.
You know, because they were in our top 5. I sort of feel they're going down quite a bit now.
Do we attack them or just write them bad reviews? I'm now really confused what happens.
Oh, no, which is going to hurt more, though? It's,
As this is going on, Einbert is going to cast Identify on the ring.
Okay, good to know. You and you alone, Einbert, understand in but a minute that this ring emanates a powerful magic within, and the diamonds themselves are the conduit for this ring of wishes.
Ooh.
And it
Jasper
seems
probably worthless.
and this seems to only have this part of the magic seems to have already been used. It seems.
Okay, wow, yeah, Ring of Wishes in a land where you can just wish for anything as you like. This is a perfect gift.
Now click your heels together. There's no place like home.
I wish I had a small little black terrier dog.
Excellent. Now, I think if I remember the tree's misgivings correctly, there should be some kind of circular being with many hands down the way. I suggest we continue on and see what we find.
Sounds like as good a plan as any.
Sounds like Aunt Marge, but yeah.
It was good to see you, and
run.
you
Literally just run at this point, run away. Run without danger and death.
Okay, you all see Scruffy no longer caring of the footfalls beneath him as he rushes away from the sounds, the echoing sounds of these 3 singing undead. Is everyone following suit?
I'm going to take a second to carve into the tree. Please don't talk to them.
Okay, good to
And
know.
then I will follow.
Excellent.
Do not engage.
Okay, excellent. So you all rush ahead and you find yourselves dodging these great thick pine trees. Again, they're bronze and copper, like branches and bark around them, beautiful, illuminating the areas around you, but more so from the tops of these bunched up pine trees and their leaves. You see beams of that sunlight that you had seen just before on that cliffside, but this time the beams are protruding inward and finding purchase on the ground, lighting up this place and those little rivers that are softening your footfalls, and they glisten in that light. Every now and again you pass other bugs that you see larger dragonflies with multiple wings, and some of them are actually walking these dragonflies, these dragon people, and they say, and as they pass, they say a quick hello, hey, how are ya? And they just continue on their way. You see as well a repeat of this fruit, some vegetables. You see this enormous carrot with the walking on bipedal. As it walks past, it gives you a bit of a wave with now limbs. I wish to be humanoid. Hi. And he continues on the way as well.
Did anyone else see a walking carrot?
All manner of vegetables, fruits that are just doing their own thing. You see these climbing with hands and legs, frogs in a family that are climbing pines as well. And there's no end to these trees, it seems, as you continue your way through. Soon, probably about 10 or 15 minutes after, you encounter those unusual beings. You don't see any other humans or gnomes or halflings or any other more normal races that you'd find on Corvair. You suddenly come across this sound, and beyond you there's this clearing. There seems to be this beautiful green grass that illuminates this clearing, and there seems to be a cave as well that has this opening that leads into darkness, and you're not quite sure from this vantage point where that goes. But within, you hear this echo of a
Does anyone remember what our next lethal opponent was? Completely forgotten what it was.
Do I remember?
All with a bunch of hands.
I remember who it was.
Make history checks if you'd like. Anyone who'd like to see if you remember.
History checks, haha.
That's a 15 with plus 11 is 26.
I have a staggering 3.
I got
So no.
9.
9.
I said there was a bad guy. He was sort of this way. Ha
At the same time, I'm once again a D100, please.
Good grief. I said
And
I need to stop thinking so loud.
And the comment was, make it a good one.
Make it a good one, okay. Oh dear.
Where did you roll?
I rolled a... Sorry, I need to look at my dice again. I rolled a 14.
14. Okay, great. As you were all standing now, and as you heard that voice, that humming, for a moment, who else rolled over a 20? By the way, sorry, I didn't catch anyone else apart from Ironbert roll over a 20 or 20. Okay, Ironbert, for a moment you remember a couple of entities that you had bested, and some barely, some very easily in your travels, and for different houses of Corvair and for different guilds. But then you suddenly feel yourself go slack, and you all look over at Ironbert as though he's just about to say something, and then you see his eyes glaze over, and nothing else.
Hey, this place ain't so bad. I mean, whoops.
I do like a medicine check or something on Ironbert.
Sure, make a medicine check for me.
Ironbert, are you okay?
It's not like he hasn't done this before.
Ironbert, at the moment, you feel... roll me a d10, actually, please.
17 on my check.
Okay.
6.
A 6? Okay. He's simply standing there, just gazing towards the cave, but unmoving. And with that check, as you go up to him and investigate, you see that there's definitely it's almost as though you know what unconscious people look like. It's those having some sort of daydream or just unfocused.
So he looks the same as usual.
Quieter. Less big words.
Ironbert, are you having another waking vision? And tell us what you see.
And you cannot speak at the moment, Ironbert.
Last time this happened, who shaved
Can you
his
mime it out?
eyebrows?
I'm not saying I did it. I'm just saying I did not do it.
Okay, so look to Therox. Can you help him, or should I help him?
You know what happened last time?
Could you not both help him?
Yeah, why don't I help you help him?
Why don't we just carry him? He's
I can
much
pick him
quieter
up.
this way.
He's light, right? Easy.
Oh, sure. Let's help
Fireman's
him.
lift. Let's go. Strike a pose. You know, it's yeah.
Oil can.
So who's doing what first to Ironbert?
Oh, pick him up. Fireman's lift. Yep.
Make a strength check as everyone watches Fenny go straight in and just tries to lift him.
Well, it's heavily thought out, right? Yeah. Oh, that's not so good. 8.
8? Okay. You all watch as Fenny just confidently heads up and with, like a fireman's lift, just picks him up, and then like one of those wrestling moves where, not on purpose, but he falls backwards and slams Ironbert's head into the ground backwards as you, Fenny, follow him, landing heavily on your back. Ironbert, you suffer 11 points of bludgeoning damage as your head just crunches into rock and acorn.
Oops.
Ouch.
You can now move around.
I healed you. I fixed you.
Oh, Quacks. What did you do?
You're
to me?
welcome.
Oh,
I helped.
I'm very confused.
Theox will definitely give some help to Ironbert now. He'll cast Healing Light on him. You can do 3d6, Ironbert.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
Remind me if you passed that first aid test or not, because I'm a little confused by the way the blood's flowing from Ironbert's head.
That's 13, so I get my 11 hit points back.
While you do roll that donation, please roll a D100, Fenny.
Oh.
And what'd you roll? What'd you get for your healing?
Becky said 13.
88.
13? 88, thank you. And you heal 13, so you are back to full health. 88. Okay. Excellent. So at that point, as you see this light just covering Ironbert, and you can see that bulge in the head is starting to subside quickly. All of a sudden, Scruffy, you find yourself lifting off the ground as you feel your back hurt for a second, and suddenly you can see these beautiful angel white wings, and you can feel them act on their own accord as you are lifting higher and higher in the air. You now can fly.
That's you, Finny, not me.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, God.
Scruffy.
I thought you said Scruffy. Yeah.
Scruffy, that's you.
I know I'm normally confused, but I got extra confused then. Right.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I'm
you.
very confused. Right. Well, in that case...
You suddenly see Fanny, Scruffy, you see Fanny just point both hands towards you, and you feel this, and you get up, and you are in the air.
Oh, cool.
What have you done this time?
I've got a new trick. Does it work here?
Is everyone getting wings?
Everyone but us.
As you still hear from within this cave.
Oh, right. So, did anyone remember anything about that sound?
I'd forgotten all about the cave, to be honest.
From 20 foot up, Ironbird was remembering, then he had a senior moment.
That's right.
I'm quite sure it looked like Ironbird had some kind of revelation before going completely catatonic, which does not bode well for what's in the cave.
And at that point, Ironbird, you do remember what you were going to mention. You don't remember this particular sound, but the tone is familiar, almost like you remember it laughing sinisterly, and you recall fighting a beholder at one point that had a similar laugh or a similar voice.
This sounds similar to a beholder we have fought before.
So everything we fought's good, right?
As that has been the case so far, but
Brilliant.
Heisenberg's uncertainty principle says that we cannot know for sure.
Maybe not. So the Centaur Queen, she just seemed to be quite practical. The Liches,
musical.
They wanted it to be good.
Yeah.
That was always their deal, I guess.
And everything has been friendly so far.
What does the beholder want?
And go on. As you do say that, the shadow that's cast out of this cave suddenly reveals this familiar, large being, this creature that slowly floats and bobs as a beholder of purple and blue, craggy, leathery skin just comes forth. But although this is the same beholder you fought back on the cliffs of the Raw Holds back in Corvair, one of many, but the ladiess of this coven, she looks different. You can see this large eye that is normally centered is off center a bit and glazed over. Surrounding that are the other eyes, where normally they would be on small stalks, but in place of her eyes on the stalks, there are small hands, and these hands are rubbing all over in different spots the body of this beholder as it just continues to rub, and she says, yeah, all right, that's good. Oh, hello. Good to see you again. Excuse me. That's the spot. So.
Well, I'm uncomfortable.
What? It is good to see you all again. I'm not fit for battle, if that is what you are here for. But I am certainly at peace. and she continues to just massage her body with these hands that are now at the other end of these tendrils, these like probably 10 or 15 of them just all over where the eye stalks should be, that when, as you remember, cast these debilitating spells toward you, turned you to stone for a moment, Scruffy, almost killed you, Theox. You remember these in your mind, but here she seems all but dangerous. And thank you very much for the advantage.
Quite a handy transformation, no?
Actually, I'm not here for battle, but I could use a good massage. Hey, Einbert, I think you are working on that automatic back scratching device. Maybe this would be a good inspiration for you. Carrying around your own scratchers attached to your body.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me get my sketchbook. And Einbert opens his bag of holding. He's like, let me see, sketchbook. Do you know there's a dead cat in here?
That's a sketchbook. Funny. Is that some sort of, quip you're making there about dead cats? What's that all about?
Yes.
Well, my good friend Schrodinger would have something to say about it, but he is not here. Well, that's
Nerd
a sketchbook
humor.
And start sketching this hand design.
Okay. As you do, she says, and you do recall her name is Eclaira. And with the other smaller eyes around the main eye now moved from those stalks that are blinking in different colors, she continues, "So I had wished to make sure that my body was more comfortable, because if you remember, I had all of these bruises. You really took it out of me. But now, as I had desired to have a means to massage myself, now I can be at peace." Very good, very good. Although I shall ask while you are here, can you heal my eye? Unfortunately, that was the price to pay for my beautiful hands.
Don't worry, we've got Fenny.
That's right, I know how to fix you.
Thank you for the donation. I'm going to roll a D100 now. Continue.
So, have
Yeah,
you
maybe-
been given anything to pass on to us?
Perhaps if you can heal my eye, I can offer something in recompense.
But it turns out this place is giving really good healing powers. It worked on our little bit. I can give it a shot.
Penny, lift her up and bring her over to me.
Absolutely, I'm on it.
I'd leave this one to Theox. We don't really need her. We don't need to be on her bad side, do we?
I feel like before we heal her, perhaps we need some form of promise that if her evil powers return, we get to live through the experience.
We could just wish it.
Oh,
That's a good option.
Just for the record, not making another wish.
Sure. I'll burn a cure wound spell slot for that. Sorry, what was it? The eye?
Mm-hmm. So you're casting a cure wounds.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me your healing, if that's okay.
Looks like it'd be 12.
12. Okay. And as you all watch, are you doing this at range, or are you going up to her?
Strangely, I'm going right up to her and touching her eye. It's creepy, I know, but this is what the worst can happen in this kind of place.
Okay.
I actually touched her eye through Pee-wee, like his little kiwi hand touches.
The bravery is outstanding.
Okay.
Well, for you, Chris.
As you go up to her, you're touching the eye, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. As you do, you all watch as for an instant this familiar, beautiful nimbus light shines around her, and her eye starts to become clearer again, less glazed over, less white. And all of a sudden, unbeknownst to you, Theox, you suddenly see your hand. It's no longer divine magic, but fire. As this flame this flame emanates from your hand, hits the eye, and I'm sorry, this is the roll that I did, and it ignites the beholder as she starts to scream. And her hands just go like this all over the place, and she bobs away. And I also need Scruffy to roll me a D100, and she just rolls around and around as this flame continues to engulf her. And
Pee-wee, what have you done? You were supposed to be a healing conduit, not this. Anyway,
that is quite.
Hey, don't pick her up, Finny. You might hurt her, Finny, and then go set her on fire.
Sorry, Finny.
What'd you get, Scruffy?
80.
80, thank you. And she is just continually wailing and shouting, "Help! Help!" as these little hands just go back and forth, and
I wish the fire out.
And in one go, the fire around her dissipates completely and extinguishes, and you see this burnt leathery skin just smoke and crackle around
That's where
her
your sandwich came from.
as she slumps to the ground, and she can see that the other eyes are just almost glazed over themselves, but hurt. A lot of them are no longer in use. At that point, Scruffy, all of a sudden, around you, you notice that there are. Thank you so much, by the way. Sorry, just for a moment. We have reached over 1,000 in our donations, and we just want to thank everybody who's watching, who's donating. That is just so crazy. We're halfway there, I think, and it's just unbelievable. Continue if you can. It's for a great cause. It's only the first day. We're over halfway there. It's just ridiculous. So please continue to give what you can, and none of it's going to us. We're just here for the fun and to entertain. So please, thank you, and thank you very much. Very humble.
Keep donating, even if the reason that you're doing it is just so that one of us turns into a plant. We know that's what.
we know that's why you're here.
You know that's what's happening. It's fine.
Exactly right. That's so beautiful. Thank you. That's a beautiful thing that you're doing. Scruffy, you automatically see around you fluttering these butterflies, blues, purples, oranges, yellows, all variety just floating. And they're giving off this beautiful humming sound. So much light, color, and it's just surrounding you. You can see through it, but it's almost obscuring you.
So, to be clear, I'm a Gloomstalker, grimdark ranger cat that's just seeing colourful butterflies. Scruffy just stops thinking and literally starts trying to claw them and eat them as quickly as possible.
As you see this whoa. Sorry guys, lots of things are happening at once. I need but please roll me a D100. Scruffy, as you're grabbing this stuff, these butterflies, they're disappearing as soon as you're trying to grab them, but reappearing again around you, and nothing is entering your mouth. As much as you try, you can't get these things into your maw. They're just not coming in.
Theox, at this moment, with everything going on, he goes and checks on you. Hey, Clara, are you feeling better yet?
Make me another
the
medicine
beholder.
check if that's okay. Make me another medicine check.
Right.
What did you roll, Einbert?
38.
A 38. Fantastic.
Oh,
right.
it's a 7 on the medicine check.
7. Okay. As you walk up, can you please describe what you're doing?
Yeah, just carefully sort of investigating the different would-be stocks, looking for
You sort of.
evidence of any getting like healing or
Yep.
nurse.
And are you sort of picking one up a little bit with your hand and just investigating like that, or are you
Again,
observing?
Like, yeah, again using Pee-wee sort of as my touching her with Pee-wee, so I'm not making clear contact with my hands.
Okay, good.
Well, last time.
Is your assistant nurse?
Right.
You can't really tell what stage of health or not that this beholder is, as she's just breathing heavily. Sorry, what was that roll again? Apologies.
So it was a 38.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you so much. As you are all, as you see Theox investigating, and as Scruffy is just so ridiculously quickly trying to get these butterflies out of the way, you look around and you suddenly notice that in this clearing there seems to appear these, just out of thin air, these small, they almost look like jellyfish initially, and they're floating in midair, about 10 of them in different spots in this clearing. And in your mind, you suddenly hear, Anna, go away, go away. And these flumps appear. These floating jellyfish, good creatures out of thin air, and they're all just below. These tentacles are just flailing around, just in fear of you all, and they are all starting to turn and starting to rush away. As they are all in your mind, you can hear this overwhelming scream telepathically of, "No, don't hurt us! Don't hurt us!"
These poor creatures. Do I know what these are?
Yes, you do. You are all familiar with them. They are called flumps, and they are weak, good creatures of the material plane of existence. And they are usually guides and creatures they give off good advice, and they're wise. But at the moment, they seem to be simply in terror of you.
I'd like to try and calm them down so they're no longer screaming migraines into our skulls if we can.
As you try, this is a donation. Everyone needs to dance as these as characters as well, as these creatures are watching you all.
The flump dance.
Do the dance.
Clara, fancy a dance?
The flump dance.
Specific flump dance.
You're a little jellyfish flying through the astral scene. To the jellyfish. Astral jellyfish. Yeah.
Hey, ho, ho, hey, ho, hey.
We need to do the flump scream.
Fantastic. As these creatures look towards you, and your sudden movements, and are even more taken aback as they float away. They're trying to just bob their way as quickly as possible out of sight, and they do so. And you do not see them anymore.
My flump.
Beautiful, Scruffy.
So while all of this is going down, I'm going to search the area for some sort of magical item that will, like the missing stone from the ring.
Okay, make an investigation check, please.
This is why I don't search.
That's a 7.
A 7. Okay. As you rummage through the thick overbrush that is this grass, that you can see that they're almost 4-leaf clovers, and they're quite tall and they're beautifully lush. And you make your way around and nothing is picked up. You see every now and again a bit of maybe burnt skin from this creature that's just been charred. But apart from that, nothing else. And she speaks up. She says, I don't have much time. Here. And with one of this, probably not as burnt hands, seemingly from her body, it brings out what looks to be quite a large... where is it? Which one is this one? Okay. Actually, quite a large book. As she hands it over to whomever would like. This book is bound and closed, and it is has very dark, almost black covers, front and back covers. And on the front, it has this demonic head that seems to be giving out this snarl with two horns that are sort of curled over the top. Here, take it. Use it. And she...
Theox will take it since he's right there, standing next to her. And since everything sort of seems to be backwards here, and his healing spell burned her, he gets the idea just in time to shoot a firebolt at her in the hopes that maybe it would heal her.
Ooh. Okay. Can you make me an attack roll, please, with advantage?
Absolutely. Okay. Here we are. Okay, we'll take the 28.
Oh, jeez. Yep, that'll hit. And yes, please.
It's 13. Well, it comes up as 16 fire damage and 13 fire critical damage.
Okay. With that, you slam this creature with this fiery burst, in the hopes. And as you take the book away, you do that in on the off chance there's some healing. However, it just engulfs her once again in this fieriness, and you can hear this last as the skin crackles and fire just embers now where this flame and bonfire was now just is subtle and only slightly warm.
Sorry, but thanks for the book. We'll take care of it.
I have mixed feelings about this. On the one hand, she was very evil in previous life, but now I don't know how I feel about this.
Don't overthink it, Einbert. Don't need to anyway. Brilliant.
I need Scruffy to make me a perception check, please.
Seox, would you like me to identify that book for you?
Okay.
Crag just kind of noses around because it's a book with a demonic face on it. And it just sounds cool.
Are there pictures?
Do you want to flip through?
Yeah, absolutely. Are there pictures? Come on.
Finny, will you lift this book over towards Einbert?
Sure.
And you can look at it.
Look for pictures at the time. Looking for pictures.
All right. As you scroll through, a lot of this text is familiar. What languages do you speak, Finny?
Speak and read might be different things, dude.
Give me read then. Give me read.
Oh dear. Common, apparently draconic and thieves character. So not much.
Beautiful. Okay, you cannot understand this text. It is.
I wasn't speaking to.
No. It is rough. It is red. The ink is very, very familiar in its evil lookingness. You recognize this book straight away, as you have done so before, and you've just brazenly gone through it. This book you've encountered in your travels. This is a book of souls, and you know that each page has an explanation of how a soul has been trapped in the book. and you do feel that it gives off this unsettling feeling. One of the pages, however, as you scroll through, isn't like the others, and it's written in common, and it reads, "If I were to die to the heroes again, then they must go forth and defeat the mount and its owner from its own dangers. On the island of rock is where they must go."
I'll just do it like Finny. If I was to... if anyone else wants to help out here,
Oh, Theox can speak Abyssal and Infernal and Celestial, so I have a feeling he might be able to understand something, but I'm not sure I really want him to read it. So
well, there's not many pictures in here, and
And you do.
Rock. Yeah, rock. So hang on, let me go back to the trees conversation. There was the thing, the three people, there's the eyes, there was trees, and then stone. So I guess once again we continue on, and maybe that might be what it's talking about.
But we should know when we get closer, we'll be able to hear some AC/DC or something.
Every time you make that joke, it gets funnier, Imbert.
Can we summarize our assets at this point? We've got what?
We have a book full of souls.
A book of souls, a ring with what? No stones?
A ring with some stones,
a cheap
that wish ring in the wish land.
Rubbish.
And Pee-wee.
Pee-wee?
Too. Don't forget.
And some bananas.
PvP is the most important.
And my flying elephant.
And your flying elephant. Oh, and up there, we've got an airship.
Which hasn't moved this whole time. We haven't got to the other side of it.
Yeah.
and Finney's lifting abilities too.
Yep. My magical healing abilities here, thank you. Yep.
Okay, so with your newfound items, and with the recently deceased former enemy, this beholder. Thank you so much, the Raven Queen, for that donation. That is very kind of you. Very kind indeed. Thanks so much for watching. Could I get a D100, please, from Scruffy? Are you all walking forth?
Yes.
Onward.
Sure.
Absolutely onward.
Okay. What did you get, Scruffy?
38.
I thought the book had already been
Thank you, Raven
confiscated.
Queen. I'm coming for you.
That number. As you continue your way forward, who has the book?
Who wants the book?
Did it get to you yet, Imbert? Imbert wanted it, I think.
Theox, excellent.
Great.
He's less likely to misplace it.
Okay. So Theox, you hold on to that. As you're walking forth, again, through these pine trees, which seem to be slowly getting closer and closer together, these beautiful smells of moss and herb, like a herbalness of jasmines and basils reach your nostrils. You look around, you see these plants now that have come alive and seem to be in their own right sentient, but without any outward magic. They just seem to be by themselves in their desires, and they are growing ever higher, ever brighter. They almost as though they want to go against each other, compete in how vibrant that these plants are. You continue your way around, more flumps suddenly appear, and they once again look at you. They seem to be slightly different now, and they have, although they are different, they all just break away in different directions. And in your minds again, they say, no, please don't hurt us, and they just continue.
Here.
Do you think they saw what happened to Eclara when I was near her? I wouldn't hurt you.
And they just make a from this group of trees that you had and were walking through. They continued forth. You've continued forth again, and you suddenly get, after maybe another half an hour of traversing this forest. Again, the beams of light non-stop, just casting this beautiful, illuminating glow. And you can see small fireflies casting enormous light as well to help your way. You suddenly feel beneath you a rumble. As you all look down, the small streams suddenly start to flicker and move and jut, and these acorns that are fresh off the tree start to just bump up against each other violently, more violently, as you see the branches shake all around you, and you suddenly look down just beyond. Cracks start to appear in the earth between trees, and these trees start to lean away from where you're standing and away from each other, and they are being pushed aside by a break, an earthquake in the earth. Are you doing anything?
Getting ready to surf the earthquake? I mean...
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask Fenny to stop reading from the book now.
Yeah.
just stop.
I'm still back up to by the rock place. Yeah.
So we're just observing?
Yeah.
No, taking cover. I am a shadow.
Okay.
Hello.
Taking cover, no problem.
Theax has that trick. I think someone's playing thaumaturgy tricks on us.
And I'm also going to cast Mage Armor just in case.
Okay. You suddenly feel that extra protection is on you, that thin light all around your body of that fluorescent blue, translucent blue, and all of a sudden, from beneath the earth, crashes through this massive purple form, an enormous shape that gets higher and higher into the air, smashing away trees and rocks the size of boulders that were in your way before. And it continues upward, this maw at the very top of it that you saw eating away at this earth. As it continues upward, and you can just hear this overwhelming roar of sounds coming out of this environment, and this purple worm just appears. And as it gets higher and bigger and larger, you recall straight away that you had a very tough time overcoming this creature. Einbert, Faney, and Morgaine, you all fell unconscious in this battle and almost died as this creature suddenly stops, and a silence is cast over the land at the moment. But then you see it start to lean over and start to lean in your direction downward, and start to fall. Its weight pushing it, gravity pushing it downward. I need... Oh, wow. Okay. Scruffy, thanks to the Raven Queen again. Another 2 magic surges. Thank you so much, the Raven Queen. Wow.
Well done.
Could you please do 2 of them? Give me both numbers.
So it's a vermlin's over. That's a wormhole.
51.
51.
Mm-hmm.
And the Raven Queen has a revenge, 42.
Okay. Ooh, 42. Okay. Okay.
Wonderful.
they both occur almost instantaneously, as though a defense mechanism that you've never seen Scruffy really use before. But as it starts to crash on top of you, you feel yourself, Scruffy, get you see actually this shield of silver over the top of you, and you look up and for a second you feel relieved that you get a bit of protection from this creature, but then you know nothing as everyone else looks on and sees that Scruffy in his place is now a potted plant.
Brilliant. I have a cunning plan. You're safe, Scruffy.
What kind of plant?
And
Is he growing
what kind of plant?
talking fruit?
It is a beautiful orange tree in its infancy, but you see a couple of fruits already there, and they've got eyes.
I guess
Is that you, Scruffy?
Well, no, we're going to have to change his name to Scrubby, I guess.
And as the creature crashes down, I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Just as it's coming down,
please.
I would like to use an ability which is called Adjust Density.
Okay.
And so what happens is I can magically alter the weight of one object or creature within 30 feet. And the target's weight is, I would like it to be halved.
Half weight. Okay. Does it get a saving throw?
It does not.
Fantastic. So with that, the creature still looks like it's crashing down on you. However, only the weight is affected. Is that correct, Einbert?
Yeah, just the weight. The size is the step.
Good to know.
I would like to grab hold of its scales, grab hold of Scruffy, do a stylish acrobatic style thing, and ride its collapse crash down.
Okay.
Before you can do that, though, I would like to use Bones of the Earth. And I'm going to lift 6 pillars of earth up underneath it to essentially try and catch it before it actually falls onto us completely.
I can still run up it then.
You can absolutely still ride up it.
Well,
slide down it.
It just won't look as cool, which I feel like...
Hey, I'll do a performance check on the way or something, man. We'll
for performance and acrobatics for you, Fanny, as you watch, you see these pillars as an opportunity to make it even more glamorous.
I tell you.
Kling, you immediately, and then from the earth again, these pillars of stone just rise up and attempt to hold up this creature before it hits you all. You don't know yet if it does anything. However, but you feel that spell take effect as you see and you know that this creature may not do as much damage if it does end up landing on you, which is a sigh of relief. I love it, Scruffy. But what did you get, Fanny?
I got a 22 from my performance and only a 16 on my acrobatics, which is embarrassing because I've got plus 14.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So, you easily just jump from pillar to pillar as they're moving up. You see this as a great opportunity, and your legs just dart from one to another, ricocheting off each pillar, and you land on the creature. You hold it as tightly as you can. You feel you've got purchase, and you are there for a second. This thing crashes down, and as it lands on the pillars, you notice that almost like dominoes, it still causes 3 of them to crumble, but the other 3 hold fast as Kling's spell takes effect, and this creature only goes down until about 10 feet from the ground, just above you all, and then softens its landing. With the help of Ironbert's spell, this creature does not weigh as much and is now calmly there. And Fanny, how do you want to describe what you're doing with your performance?
Basically, cope out to the back, arm thing, hand on the scale, posing away, wild cackle in the air. You know, if he had a hat, it'd be billowing in the wind. You know, the whole...
As you even think that, a beautiful plumed hat appears, wide brimmed.
I love this place.
and you wave it in the air in a beautiful pose, and yell in victory. And
Huzzah!
Theox and Morgaine, you do not need to roll your dexterity saving throws, but you do feel a bit nervous.
I think we should get out of the way. This will not hold forever.
Well, that were must be thinking, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Isn't this how we defeated it the first time?
Also, someone should pick up the potted plant.
Oh.
Yeah. And so the Crag's going to do exactly that. Crag's going to pick up the potted plant and just sort of whisper, "Oh, Scrubby, I kind of like you better this way. And I do need a new staff. Yeah. Let's just move out of the way of this for a tick, and we'll see what we can do about this situation soon."
Out of the shadow.
We'll clamber out of the way too.
All right, we need a donation, a bit of a dance party, including Scrubby.
Purple worm.
Purple worm.
Oh, we're doing the worm dance.
You're chewing through the undergrowth. You're chewing through the earth.
Oh, Theox, making it rain in full form.
River dance.
Yeah.
What was it there? Beautiful. Amazing.
So as everything else has been good
yes,
that has attacked us, I'm going to jump onto the wall and try and talk to the worm.
Okay. And what would you like to say?
Hello.
It's enormous maw, which is sort of hanging off the end of one of the pillars that is resting, and the stones cling do seem to be holding it quite nicely. It doesn't seem to be rocking or anything. There's more turns to you. You can see the saliva just drooling out of its mouth of hundreds and hundreds of teeth that make up a 360 around it. You can see bits of plant and rock all within its maw. It looks at you with these tiny beady eyes, and says to you, Morgaine, "Oh my gosh! Wow! I need Theox and Morgaine. Please roll me D100s. Thank you so much for the donation." It says to you, Morgaine,
"Hello. How's it going? Yes. Thank you for saving me. I didn't know really what I was doing. It's more instinct than anything else. I appreciate the saving, Queen. Sorry about last time when I ate you. No hard feelings?
Not this time.
Can't speak to the plant. I can, but I won't.
That was an 88.
An 88. Okay.
And go ahead.
Morgaine, you just instinctively hold your hand out, and Theox, you find yourselves also with these wings, all of a sudden a pain in your back, and then these bird wings, feathery, dark like a crow, just burst out, and you are now able to take off and lift in the air and soar.
And, mine was a 92. I think it was while I was reading one page out of the book. I rolled a 92.
Good to know. Thank you very much. I'll keep that in mind.
So, I really appreciate the saving of me. So, you've been trapped here, huh?
Does appear that way.
Sorry about that. It's interesting, this place. It's almost like it's acting on its own accord, bringing us in every now and again. 1 minute, we're back home. The other minutes, we're here. I want to go home. I don't like it here. The rocks are not tasty. Please, if you can find a way, take me back with you. But hopefully you can defeat whatever it is that is causing this to happen. And then I can go home too.
You could just ride him out. It'd be classy. It'd be stylish.
How are you feeling? Do you need any healing?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Might be bleeding deaf, have arm cut off, but no, we're good.
Have you been given?
Go on.
Have you been given anything that might be of use to us in finding our way home?
I did magic to steal something from under the nose of the caretaker here, and perhaps it will be of use to you.
And you can see that it's sort of going, and from its throat out vomits a pile of bile. This grey, clear goo just comes out and lands heavily in a big pile in front of you.
And that reminds me, and then Crag casts Dispel Magic to try and turn Scruffy back from the plan.
And that works.
Did it say it wanted to go home?
Welcome back.
I could banish it if we like.
Or we could ride him out. I like the riding him out thing.
I like the idea of just letting it follow us.
Like it might eat things.
Bring it along.
But riding.
You could ride it while it follows us.
Okay.
In fact, it's quite large. We could probably all ride it.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're riding Keith, the purple worm now.
Yes.
What do we think, gang? Shall we ride this purple worm to victory?
Absolutely. Ha
Anyway, what was in the vomit?
Who wants to investigate the vomit? Go on, Theo.
I wish there was a giant bucket of water to clean the whatever's in the vomit.
And as you say that, there is an enormous bucket that appears right above you. It is the size of the clearing you were in.
Of the way.
As it immediately starts to pour water, you see a waterfall of water just about to encapsulate everything. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws. Morgraine, you can do that with advantage now because you mentioned it.
Oh my goodness.
17.
23. 23.
6.
26.
Okay.
Well, it was my fault that it got there in the first place, so I deserve the 6.
I'm 26.
Remembering if you can reroll if you'd like. You still have that reroll if you can.
What was the save again? Sorry?
You have almost dexterity.
27.
Oh, wow.
No water on this couch. No.
No water on me either.
I'm going to roll the natural 1, so he's going to reroll. That is much better. That's a 16 with a +4 is 20.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. Everyone but Theox gets out of the way just in time. You get hit with the full brunt of a cascading waterfall, Theox. And as you get flattened, your entire body slams into the earth on top of whatever this thing is that is gifted to you. The goo rushes away, but you suffer 16 points of bludgeoning damage as you are just piled on, and it's continuing. As well as that, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
It's just not your day, is it, Theox? Not at all.
Oops.
And everybody,
For the love of the gods, don't try and heal yourself, eh?
Thank you so much.
He would have learned to be specific.
Very quickly, what did you roll, Theox?
All right, hang on. I actually get advantage on that. So,
Good.
13.
13. Okay. You hold your breath tight, and you do resist the overflush of water that's seeping into your mouth and your nose. And thank you once again, I Am Raven Queen, for that donation. Everybody dance, and I get a D100. So let's do the. I'm going to do the waterfall.
Yeah, don't go chasing them though.
No.
Because they're made of liquid and they're hard to catch.
The flow of the water be with you. Sorry, you get a little bit of a bit of that. Okay, thank you so much. What did I roll? I rolled that. Let's have a look at what that was. Oh no, I did. Okay, I think I might have missed that. That's okay.
We're trapped here forever.
You discover that within this this goo, there was a rolled up carpet, it seems, and as you touch it, it unfurls slowly, and you see this beautiful tapestry of silver and dark red patterns, triangular and diamond in shape, and the tassels on either end, this golden tassels, just start to flitter and flutter, and you hear this purple worm Keith say,
This is just a gift. I thought you might like it when you need to fall. And when you fall, you can use this, and that will be your escape.
Well, thanks, Keith. Appreciate it.
Yes, thanks. You rock, Keith.
Look, if we find a way out, we'll come and let you know.
Thank you. That would be much appreciated.
Probably.
I could banish you now if you like and return you to your home plane.
That would be very nice. Thank you very much.
Nah, just wish him home. Don't waste.
I do not trust. As this coming from the man who does not want to make any more wishes.
By the way,
I'm curious to see what happens when you do.
By the way, what happened to Pee-wee when I was doused in that waterfall?
You held on to Pee-wee tightly, and then it's still in your grasp, a little bit worn, but still with you. And it says,
"Thanks for holding on to me."
Anything for you, Pee-wee.
Thank you. Take me with you.
Look, this is just getting a little bit creepy. We've had a trio of singing undead. We've got fruit that likes Theox. I mean, I think they become a. Kilcraig got proposed to by one of the liches, I seem to remember, which is again.
He got engaged. More importantly, not proposed, got engaged.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, silly.
Didn't accept. I don't think that's what happened, but didn't accept.
There was a proposal made. The acceptance is a little bit cloudy.
He took the ring, right?
Einberg's got the ring now. It's not my problem.
And we've got a book of
is wearing
evil
the
that
ring.
Benny keeps reading from. Stop it, Benny. Stop it. Just stop it. It's a big word. 2 syllables. 2 syllables. Just practice. Can we go and kill the evil so I can literally get out of here or die trying? Either or. Literally either or. Please.
I can turn you back into a plant if you really, really want. If that's karma for you.
It's not going to go well. It'll be a happy plant, and I'm not.
For who exactly?
D-E-F. Yeah.
All right, Scruffy, why don't you take the carpet then? And if you get more nervous, you can just sharpen your claws on the carpet.
No, don't do that. It can help you fly away.
This is from a reigning priest. Literally, you asked for a waterfall and it turned up. And hallelujah, it's raining priests.
Yeah.
And we've got Keith now. Keith is 60 foot of monstrous.
All right. Thank you. So you should continue on now. It's not far. Just the next row of trees on. You need to use the carpet to go over it to see what's beyond. Good luck.
Please, I wish you home.
Yeah,
and if that doesn't work, I will banish you.
Get us out of here. Get us out of here. Okay. What's next?
And the carpet unfurls and levitates slightly, and you can see, you don't see eyes or a mouth, but you see a pattern of it, and it does seem to be moving slightly as it says, "Please come this way." Please. And one of the tassels just bends and invites you on.
Well, I've never been steered wrong by a carpet before.
Well, the last one we used gave me fleas. And it won't be as fun as that time I turned us all into flumps, I guess. But yeah, okay, come on.
I mean, if failing that, we could all turn into flumps, and then we can do it that way. Should the carpet catch on fire, for example?
Yeah, look, Morgan, you don't have to hold me this time. Just let go of me and let me just let me roam.
You know she doesn't do that for your benefit, right?
If any, do you think the carpet could take us to the city? To the airship?
I think so. And once we got the airship, the whole place is ours.
As you all rise up, all on... Is anyone not going on the carpet?
Oh, I'm definitely.
No, I think we're all on the carpet.
All right. As you all rise up slowly,
Sure.
you all suddenly feel yourselves in another place. As it was rising above the tree line, looking out, you can see where you were, the horizon towards the beach, and then the other side, where, true to their word, there is this island of rock that seems to be... Thank you so much for the donation again. I will use that. Thank you very much. You can all see the island of rock where there seems to be clouds beneath it. It's floating on its own accord, and you feel yourself just shift suddenly ever closer to it, as this was the direction that the carpet was taking you. And as it continues on, it floats down, and there's this gap of about 100 feet between the edge where there are pine trees that were all side by side, which would have made it otherwise quite tough to climb. But over it, there's sheer nothingness as you fly over that gap, over clouds, over the whiteness and the grayness of this distance below, and the carpet lands you safely on this barren rock with nothing else on it but this graying color.
Thank you for flying to Disney.
You are welcome.
It's a whole new world.
It's a whole new world.
And in front of you, you saw it as you were coming down, but in front of you there is, on its side, breathing deeply up and down and purring slightly, this enormous strawberry that is being petted by a small white creature, almost like a goblin with white hair all over its body. And this creature with these beady eyes looks towards you, and you can see the wind starting to pick up more and more as it shouts over the top. You have come.
I don't recall fighting a strawberry in our adventures.
Maybe you should eat it.
How big a strawberry are we talking here?
This strawberry is triple your size, Fenny. It is massive, and it looks quite delicious.
Physical challenge, I feel. That's what I hear you saying. Yeah.
This creature says, "Do not eat this, my strawblerfly. You will not eat my pet. So, you want to know where you are after all this time of deliberately finding your way here, a gift I have given you. You are in the midst of a living spell. Everything you have touched here, everything you have seen has been me. I have cast this on you as a reward, and what thanks do I get? Destruction. I get nothing but a means to escape here. Whom have you been speaking to? What words? And now this creature starts to float up and is confused in its in its wake. It sort of almost thinks out loud to itself. What words did I say that made this an escapable place? I said nothing but this. I wished for the fabrics of magic for all to be equal, for all tales to be told, for all to be rewarded, for all to be sentient and at peace, that everyone can be as powerful as they would like. But it seems like this has simply turned to nothingness. Nothing that I have done has come about the way I have described. It is as though, yes, it is as though I have caused this myself, this living wish spell that surrounds us. It is as chaotic as it says, as it thinks, as it feels. I should have known not to meddle with this.
Now, see, Ironbert, he did a spell, it's gone bad, and he knows he shouldn't have done it.
He's learning from it.
Yeah, see, take some lessons.
That is part of the scientific message. Sometimes we have to learn from what we cast.
There's a whole moral here.
No, hold on. I don't think he's finished his monologue. Let him go a little bit longer.
Was there more?
Sorry, carry on. Just Albert pulls out a folding chair and just sits down.
Folding chair appears. The last thing it says is, you have been meddling and have been deliberately messing with this spell I have cast for too long. Strawberfly, attack. And you see this creature of fruit start to unfurl, and it is indeed the shape of a butterfly, this strawberry, which beats its fruity wings around, and it gives this buffeting wind, and you feel yourselves go back a little bit from the energy, and as you all stand and look upon this creature that is the embodiment of a wish spell, I need you all to roll initiative, please. And if we can have that battle map up, please, that would be great.
I get advantage on initiative, so do you.
I just get a +3, so we shall see.
Excuse me. I'll just do that.
I rolled a 14.
Excuse me while I bring up this page for everybody to see. I'm going to be helping everybody see this. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct? Ooh.
The Roll20 situation.
Oh, now I have to.
Sneaking suspicion that the wish that is missing from this ring was cast by this creature.
Let's have a look.
Great timing. Great. Literally, with an entire adventure, you could have come up with that. And now, as it's attacking us, bing!
Well, look, sometimes my insight is not timely.
2 seconds while I bring that up. Let me have a look here. Sorry about this. Just getting that done. Overlay. Oh gosh. Where is that button? Yes. Yeah, that. Yes, that's the one. Yes. Oh, that's up. Oh, sorry. Okay, everyone can see that. Excellent. Sorry. Thought I'd press a button quickly. Okay. So, thank you so much. So, initiative rolls. I need. I guess I'll do it. I'll do it the common way. Can I roll? Can I have anyone that had 25 to 20?
I got 28.
I got 20.
28. Okay. Wow, Fanny. 20 for Morgraine. And can I have 20 to 15?
17.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
17.
Scruffy? Okay. Who wants to go first?
I've got Dex of 20.
Dex 20. Cling. What's your dex?
Enjoy it.
12.
12. Okay, so Scruffy goes next, followed by Cling, and then 15 to 10.
Yeah, I got the 14.
14. Okay.
11 here.
11. Okay, thank you very much. All right. Whoops. And now I'll get Fenny. As you are preparing yourself, these creatures rise up into the air, and you see that this creature yells out, "I am Ishwa, and this is your end for meddling." And the creature hops onto this strawber fly and starts to shake around, and it rises further and further up. What are you doing?
I wish the strawberry was a dessert, and then I'll draw my rapier and jump at him.
Okay, the strawber fly does not change to your command as this creature on top of it, the small furry thing, yells, "I also cast that nothing happens to us." And you can see that beneath the rock, there seems to be shapes now starting to come around as small dragon-like creatures beneath the clouds move in an anti-clockwise shape, faster and faster. You still have your turn, though, Fenny.
Excellent. He's going to, so how high above me is he? Like, is he jumping, sticking with the pointy end thing?
He's about 20 feet high now.
In that case, I think I should shoot him with my hand crossbow.
Okay, go for it.
Cool. Let's see how well this goes.
And you are pointing it at this Ishwa?
Yes.
Okay.
In theory.
Go for it.
Aha. Does 26 hit him?
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
For
Roll
a staggering. For a staggering. Oh, good. I thought 10.
10. Okay. As you point and fire this arrow or this bolt, it strikes the creature in one of its feet, and it screams, "Oh, well, this is your doom." And is that all you're doing? Are you doing anything else?
I think at this stage, that's as cunning as I can be at this precise moment.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Are you moving anywhere?
It is. Bollocks. Sorry. Had read something. Just in his way, as much as I can.
Away as far as you can? Okay.
No, in his way as much as I can.
Oh, in his way. Okay. Finny, I mean, you'll be right below him then.
Yeah.
And you're looking up at this huge fruit that is above you. And next we've got Morgan.
So I will also pull out my crossbow and fire it.
Mm-hmm. Strawberry fly or Ishwa?
Ishwa.
Okay.
And that was a 13.
13 misses, unfortunately. It sails just across its ear as it looks down at you and points and laughs. Anything else you're doing?
I'm going to hide behind something.
Okay. Looking around, you see that it's bare flat. All you can see are your companions around you. Would you like to use one of them?
Yes, I will hide in Embert's hair.
Okay. No worries. Stealth check, please.
That is a 24.
Good. Yes, I will take that into account. Thank you. Scruffy, you're next.
Scruffy looks at the two pulling crossbows, shrugs, pulls out his longbow, licks the end of it, and then shoots the flying giant bug. Bug.
Okay, go for it.
Wow. That's a 26 for the first one.
26 hits.
So, 15th level, folks. And by the way, you're killing it in chat. He's pretty fly for a strawberry guy. I mean, just off. And strawberry fields forever. I mean, really. I mean, just keep going. It's the only thing that's keeping us here.
My favorite. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But have you met my giant strawberry?
Yeah,
beautiful,
amazing.
Well done.
Sorry, go on with your second attack if you would like.
That's okay. I do have a second attack. Oh, and that is another 26 to hit.
Another 26 will hit, absolutely.
Yeah. So Scruffy, as he licks the end of his bolt, releases a lightning bolt. The arrow turns into a lightning bolt, and that's a lot of dice. Right. So my first hit, that's 7d8.
Cool. Good to know.
Well, you gave us 15th level and loads of abilities.
Hey, absolutely.
Right, okay. I'm just going to use D&D Beyond for this because math. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll. Right. Come on, little bouncy things.
So make some jam.
That's base damage is 22.
22, yep.
Plus 5, 15. Yeah, add another 15 to that, please, for my first shot.
37, okay.
37 points of damage.
All right, yep.
Second
poison,
shot.
You said? Poison? Or
that was lightning.
Lightning, yep, cool. Yep, go on.
Thunder, lightning, very, very frightening.
Galileo.
Second.
No Einbert, but you were close.
And that's an extra an extra 17 points of damage in the second one.
17, is that just standard damage, not lightning?
No, that's just standard poke it in the eye with an arrow.
All right, so both at the flying mount.
Oh yeah.
Yep, so the first shot streams across, and as it halfway there, you see from a cloud from nowhere this lightning strike that goes through the arrow and strikes this creature who bursts out this literally strawberry jam already cooked, and it falls in buckets all over the ground around you. The second one hits the same spot and embeds itself within it. And what else are you doing?
Whistling for. I'm going to whistle for Keith. Keith.
Okay.
And then disperse. So run like buggery. So we're not in a large group.
Okay. Whereabouts are you wanting to go?
Anywhere where the party isn't.
Fantastic. Let me go up there. Excellent. Okay. This time it is. Ishwa and Strawberfly's turn, and as you watch, the small creature looks at you all and says, and as it simply brings out a puff of air, suddenly the wind that was picking up just turns into a gale force wind in a minute. And
counter spell.
What's that?
Counter spell.
Counter spell.
That's why we come around. Yes.
Okay. Roll me. It is over the minimum, so I need you to roll a d20, please.
$17.
A 17, that'll do it. And as this force just almost screams through the environment, all of a sudden, there's a still wind now, and this small creature looks down at you, Einberton, and then points towards you, Einbert, and you see from its finger this retaliatory lightning strike that is heading straight towards you. And are you doing anything about that?
Well, I have used my reaction, so no.
Okay. I need I need everyone to make me another dexterity saving throw, please. As it strikes, it hits the ground and then bursts into another 10 different lightning fingers as it continues to try and hit each of you. Morgan, what'd you get?
I got 17.
Okay, yep. And Imbert?
18.
Yep. Fenny?
22.
Okay, you're fine. Scruffy?
21.
You're fine. And Kling?
2.
2? All righty.
23, by the way.
23. Theox, thank you. You're fine as well. So those under a 20 take 27 lightning damage and those who passed over 20, you take half that. So you'll take...
Can I take my uncanny dodge?
Yeah, that's the thing. We're rogues.
Yes.
We dance.
And I'm going to use my
absolutely.
I'm going to use my shield master evasion to take no damage on that as well.
Okay, so you take that reaction to dodge it completely. Absolutely.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Go for it. So 27 points of damage to those who failed, and then and just worked it out amongst yourselves with your uncanny dodge as well, what that would look like. I believe that's a quarter damage then, Morgan and Fenny. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep. So that'll end up being 14-7 for each of you. And that's its turn. However, Strawberfly now just floats over. And it's a massive creature. It actually goes directly on top of Theox, Kling, Morgaine, and Imbert, and it just lowers itself and tries to crush each of you. And you got to dodge out of the way. These dex saving throws, so do it again, please. So Kling, Theox, Morgaine, and Imbert dexterity saving throws.
17 again.
Okay.
16.
16.
16.
I rolled a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Is the fact that I'm in his hair help me?
What was that, Theox? Sorry?
16.
16, cool. No, I'm sorry to say, Morgaine, this thing just encompasses everything.
Get in my hair.
Imbert, you're fine. Morgaine, Kling, and Theox, you take... from this creature, 30 points of bludgeoning damage as it just squishes on top of you. I bet you take half of that as just this glancing blow. You are all as well covered with this strawberry juice all over you, and you hear this disgusting. You hear this voice coming from this creature going as it rises back up. It floats into the air.
Does my uncanny dodge work this time?
No, unfortunately not.
So it crushed, but it didn't remain down. It actually
correct.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. And it starts to float back up again. And with that, Kling, you're up.
I cast Druidcraft, and so the strawberry fly starts going to seed.
So you're creating more of them?
And then just kind of keeps going, and I would very much just like to keep that going until it goes completely rotten and melts out from underneath the living spell. Or alternatively, I've just about 200 baby versions of them.
Okay, so sorry. Describe again what your intention is with this.
Okay, so Druidcraft, it's a fun little thing. I can grow stuff.
Yeah,
it's essentially a strawberry. I wanted to make it go to seed. I thought that'd be a good way to distract it by having it give birth to a couple hundred seeds or whatever it is that strawberries tend to have.
Yeah,
probably a little bit distracting, would it not be?
Okay, so as you watch, from the seeds that were there, suddenly a rainfall of these seeds bear in mind the size of your fist. They just drop and make this almost hail-like sound and just cover the entire floor that surrounds it. By the way, this thing is over here now, since it has just moved slightly, and it makes hundreds of these things, which all of a sudden just start, and the strawberry itself, the strawberry fly, starts to sprout these little plants from the seeds that are already in its body, and to a point where they do start becoming hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bushes, and it seems to be starting to weigh down this creature as it floats further and further down from the weight of it. And for the purposes of this, a lot of everything around you, because of these enormous seeds, it's going to be difficult terrain. So, with that in mind, what else are you doing, Kling?
I think I might
throw a javelin into him.
I might stop there. Actually, I might shout out to Morgaine though. You did mention fire earlier.
I was just thinking that.
Might be a good idea to set some stuff on fire.
We are aware it's my favourite thing.
Is that all you're doing, Kling?
Yeah. We're going to keep it simple.
All right, Ironbert, you're up.
Okay, so
Fireball.
what are we going to do here?
Apologies, sorry, just before I do, Theox, sorry, I think I missed you in that roll. What did you roll for your initiative? Apologies.
Let me check. I believe it was 11.
Oh, okay, good. You're just after. Good, excellent. Sorry, Ironbert, go on. Oh, yes, I have you there.
What do I have? Okay, I would like to cast Gravity Sinkhole. And so how far above us are they?
They're about 20 feet above you now. They were a lot higher until this weight brought them down.
Okay, so this spell casts a 20-foot radius sphere, which I would like to cast so they are just inside of it and it is above them, but we are not contained within it. And inside there is crushing gravity, which is going to pull them towards the center of the sphere, and they may take damage, but they need to make a Constitution saving throw. Both any creature within there.
Okay, so Strawberfly does not save, and neither does Ishwa.
Excellent. So, first of all, they are going to take 5d10 of force damage. 6d10 of force damage. Which I need some more d10s. I got out a lot of dice just in case. Now you will have to bear with me while I do some math.
We can count on you.
So that is 50 points of force damage.
Okay. Wow.
And
all right.
Then they are going to be pulled in a straight line towards the center of the sphere, ending in an unoccupied space as close to the center as possible, even if the space is in the air.
Okay, they are pulled upwards. So you're saying how far further up did you make it?
So I will put the boundary just underneath them, so they will be pulled up another 20 feet.
Pulled up. Okay, yep. So they are just completely unable to act as they are shot upward directly into this spell that you cast, Ironbert, while also you can see that the forces around them just shimmer around and crush them inward, and you hear this wobble from this strawberry fly, like, and you hear Ishwa go, oh no, not like this, And anything else you're doing?
Just saying, E equals MCs, take that.
Okay. As you do, Theox, you're up.
All right. Well, first, Einbert, wrong direction. Remember, my spirit guardians are close to me, not way up there. So, like, how far now are they up there?
They're now about
Feet-wise.
40 feet. 40 feet.
All right. Well, first I tell Pee-wee, be ready. This is your time to shine. I hear that kiwis combine very well with strawberries. So be ready to do something with that.
Okay.
Kiwi strawberry. Anyway, what was that back there? I'm going to, instead of going to Spirit Guardians, I'm going to use Earthbind on the Strawbify to try to ground it because it's way too far away. So
I should note that the sphere was instantaneous, so it exists and pulls and then it stops.
Okay,
good to know.
That's good to know. So this is yellow strips of magical energy loop around the Strawberryfly. Hopefully, it must succeed on a Strength saving throw. So if you want to try that.
And what's your spell DC?
Oh, that's a great question. Let's see. That's first I need to know exactly which. I should know this. It's Warlock, right? Okay, so it's 18.
It fails.
Okay, so I go back and find the spell. It should be its flying speed is reduced to 0 feet, and since it's an airborne creature, it actually safely descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground.
Okay.
So right. I think if it was 50, yeah, you'll figure that out.
Yep, 40. It was only 40 feet in the air, so it does by the end of the round just gently be pulled in the opposite direction now with these tendrils of yellow light, beams, and slowly drifts. And to the ire of Ishwa, who just looks down and says, "Come on, Strawberfly, what are you doing?" This voice changing in and out. "What are you doing? Come back!" And as it seems to be not gaining control of it. What else are you doing, Theox?
That's all for this turn.
Okay, back up to the top. We've got Fanny. What are you doing?
So we've got a big Strawberfly on the ground. We've got Whitey Boy on top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's Rapier catches on fire. We're going to cook some strawberry. Hey, presto. Let's jump. Let's roll. Let's stick a strawberry.
Okay. Go
Would you say I had advantage on the attack? By any slim chance? Maybe?
Yeah, I think you might. Yeah.
Excellent.
You are flanking, so...
Excellent. So a 21 hits, yes?
It does.
Hopefully.
And you're... sorry, who are you targeting again?
The Strawberfly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did do this, plus then 8d8 or something. So hang on. So 11 plus a bunch of dice. It's a lot of dice. It sounds satisfying.
More shiny math rocks, please.
Yeah. Only 41 points of damage out of all that. Hello, Beatrice.
41. Okay. And you were using what weapon?
My flaming rapier. Flame tongue rapier.
Okay.
Oh, plus 2d6, actually. I forgot all about that.
Please.
More damage. Good damn.
So 41 plus...
41 plus a staggering 2.
Excellent. Okay, so 43 damage as you leap onto this Strawberfly, sink the blade in. You can see, you can smell, almost taste the beautiful cooked strawberry as it crashes down. This huge hole opening up in it. You can hear it wobbling even more as it sort of starts to unhinge. And as you land, this creature now falls apart completely in two and crashes to the ground around you. And the body just is strewn all over the floor, all over this area, as Ishwa looks and lands safely onto the ground in the midst of this pile of strawberry jam, as it looks around and says, Tasty. Well, I see. And just before you can continue, you hear that familiar rumbling as crashing through the rock. Keith, the purple worm, smashes through and sends Ishwa flying in the air. And you hear this as this creature
time.
is sent soaring out of view, and below this rock, you see it turn and gaze at the battlefield as it looks down and says,
Sorry, mate. Just before he comes back, I think we should go. Use the ring and make it a very specific wish, and then you can go and take me with you. Quick. Otherwise, this creature will simply keep wishing for you to stay, and then it'll never end.
Okay, so we need to wish ourselves out of here, huh?
To be very specific with your words, because otherwise something bad will happen.
Oh dear.
Sounds like a job for Finny. No way.
There's no place like home.
Yes, that's specific enough. That will do it.
Where I'm
I absolutely do not say that.
Okay, so we probably want to write this down first.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned we can't discuss the wording before we utter it.
I will allow it.
Okay.
And does it have anything to do with the book or the ring? Are they included somehow in our getaway?
It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be that it seems like
a wish ring.
The ring seems to be something that this purple worm is pointing to as the conduit for the spell. It seems as though, as it says,
if you just ask it, things will happen bad. Use the ring. It is more true to its form.
What, that piece of trash junk ring?
Yeah, your engagement ring.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What?
It turns out your engagement ring is good for something.
Do you think it would be sufficient to wish that all the resultant effects of the previous wish were undone?
Of every wish that had been wished here?
No, of the previous wish from this ring.
Oh.
My theory
Do we
being
know
that
it's the ring that got us here, though?
I suspect it is, because it is missing one of its diamonds, and it did say that he was saying that he wondered what words he had said that would allow people to escape. So I suspect he is the one who wished this place into existence.
And perhaps the missing diamond is why we're allowed to escape. We could do that. I feel like unwishing a wish just opens a lot of variables that we can't really control. Let's do it.
It seems like the right amount of crazy for this group of handy adventurers.
Just to remind me, how many diamonds are on this ring currently? Two. Okay, so we screw up. I still have another wish that could hopefully fix it. Well, let's give it a shot, huh?
Yes, don't forget it's also an engagement ring, so don't be afraid to commit.
Oh, actually, I do.
It's not a bad thing.
Actually, no. I do have one small stipulation that I think we should include in this wish. That PV continues to exist and he comes with us.
No.
What about my elephant?
And Keith has to come also.
Yeah, but Keith will be returned to his home plane by the undoing of the previous wish spell.
Before you do that, Keith, sit! Roll over!
This crashing of rock as this creature just goes onto it, what looks to be the bottom half of its body, and the tail flings out and slams into the remaining of the strawberry as this upper body just stands up. This maw looks out almost like a dog.
Play dead.
And the upper body slams onto the ground.
Roll over.
Okay, so just so I have this correct, we are undoing all the effects of the previous wish spell, except for the elephant, und Peavy und Keith, and that is it, right?
No, Keith wanted to go home.
Yeah, and Keith will be returned by the previous. Okay, so
I feel like just in case, Vaox is going to cast guidance on Einbert. Just it can't hurt, right?
Okay, good to know.
In case you need a good
You look
number.
worried, Scruffy.
Not sure you even roll there, but
Okay, folks, I hope this works.
You're putting clauses on a wish.
Yeah, I spoke to my wish consultant, and he said I telepathically contacted my wish consultant.
Sure.
Nothing can go wrong. It's brilliant. It's a great plan.
He works for
Oh
Devils,
god, if
Demons,
Benny
and
likes it, we should
Gins.
probably do the
The law
exact
firm,
opposite.
contract law firm.
Sounds brilliant.
Okay. So, handful of jam. Let's go.
Yes, I pull a scone out of the bag of holding and take a scoop.
And some chocolate.
I'm gonna grab one of the little strawberry fly guys. Take them.
Right, here goes nothing.
Let's do it.
So I use the wish and I use the ring, and I say, I wish that for all the effects of the previous wish spell cast from this ring to be undone, except for Peavy and the pink elephant who will come with us.
And our mate Keith goes home.
Oh, yes.
No,
and
Keith goes home anyway.
Keith should go home because of the previous wish, because that's what brought him here.
Okay.
And I'm taking this little baby strawberry fly with us as well.
Fine, why not?
Everybody grab something they want to.
Everyone hold on to your vests. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
As you cast the spell from the ring, you see that one of the diamonds all of a sudden turns to dust, and with the ensuing wind just floats away into nothingness and disappears. You find yourselves blinking, and you see yourselves moving, the air around you shifting. It seems like you are almost being like a normal teleportation spell, almost taken back, as though someone's pushing at your chest hard, and you're familiar with that. It's like a teleportation spell would feel like, but you can see around you the trees and the cliffside and the sand and the creatures spinning in the distance, and all of a sudden a whiteness takes your eyes. And that is all that you will know. Whether the wish spell has taken effect to your exact words or not, we must only imagine, as we only see one more thing, and as we only reminisce on one more on one more thought, and that is that our heroes do in fact escape this place.
yes.
But to what effect, to what detriment and compromise by the words of that wish, we may never know. And
Can I
that
just
is where
say, we
Please.
found that ring really early on.
Yep, he sure did. He sure did.
Inspiration is not always timely, I said.
And that's where I'm going to sadly end our session. And thank you very, very much, everybody. That was a damn wild ride, and I'm so glad everybody here. I had everybody here to help me through that. Thank you so much. That was so much fun. I don't know why I was so nervous, because you all make it very, very easy. Can I please just have a couple more minutes, and I'd love to throw it out to everybody before I finish off, just to, first I'd love to thank one more time Jasper's Game Day for organizing all of this for us to come together and just meet each other and have a great time while promoting an amazing cause as well. Thank you, everybody who donated. That was so generous of you. I'll let everybody have obviously a couple of words on that too. Obviously, we have that raffle at the end, so please don't go away for that, and keep that in mind. Obviously, Ardent Roleplay and Meeples and Dragons, thank you so much for doing the Australian portion of this. And I'm going to stop talking for a bit, and I'll start with Chris. What would you like to say?
So thank you to everyone that did this. The absolutely amazing people in chat. Thank you so much to the raids. Thank you so much love from overseas, you delightful American people and others. It was just so kind for you to donate to this and come and watch us do this. DM, you are awesome. I thought we nearly broke you twice there. Nick's hair was the first step into this zany adventure that went through there, and all these other brilliant people we got to play with. Andy, who got up and nearly killed himself in actually getting to that seat and having to reboot his machine several times. Ardent Roleplay for doing everything in the background, and everyone for donating. Thank you so much, and you'll never see me again until Wednesday. Wait, what?
Okay, thank you. Kling.
Yes. Well, I can't thank anyone else because everyone's already been thanked. But yes, exactly all of that. Especially to the donators as well. It's awesome to be part of something, doing actual good in the world. I enjoy doing that as much as possible. It's an absolute pleasure to be involved. Thank you very much. My stuff, you can see the names there. In with a 0. Anytime you want to hang out, come and find me. Twitch, Twitter, wherever. And I hope this isn't the last I've seen of you folk as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Nick?
Well, it's me again. Cannot thank everyone enough. I'm going to reiterate Ardent Roleplay, Meeples and Dragons, Jasper's Game Day, the whole shebang. It's been fantastic. What a first day, right? What an amount to raise on the first day. It's just been fantastic. Thank you everyone who stopped in to watch, donated, influenced the game. A game of wild magic and dancing, basically, I think is the themes that came out of that.
Brilliant. Yeah.
I've had a fantastic time. Michele, you were awesome. All my fellow players, all equally awesome. It was great to bounce off each other. Outside of here, if you'd like to chat with me, I'm on Twitter at NVCDM and sometimes on Twitch at NVCDM. So, we'll hopefully see each other again soon.
Thank you. Thane. Oh, Shane. Sorry.
Hey, look, I think I had a great time, guys. I'll repeat all the thanks before. Ardent, Meeples, all you great guys. Thanks to him. And if we do another one of these, we're going to get a tracking camera for Beatrice, I think.
Beautiful.
She was definitely keen.
Cam.
Yeah.
Yep. Nikki.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of people left to thank. So thanks everyone. You've been great. Thanks everyone for watching and donating. And it's an epic cause. So make sure you watch more games and let's see if we can hit that $2,000 out of the park tomorrow.
Definitely. And Andy.
We all want to thank Chris for those hilarious and mesmerizing backgrounds. Couldn't keep my eyes off there at the end.
Also, yes.
Yeah.
Well done, Michele. That was brilliant. I really enjoyed that very much. And all of you, I feel like already fast friends. You guys were terrific. Yeah, just thank you, all the people involved with the charity and the suicide prevention hotline. Life is best. So anyone can be told that something that would cause them to think about their life. But if someone or something is making you feel that bad, talk to somebody else who knows better. Yeah, that's it for me too. So cheers.
Amazing. Yeah, very, very, very nice words, Andy, and everybody. And yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to DM everybody here. It's been an honor, and I'm so glad I got everybody here. Thank you, Ardent Roleplay, Meeples and Dragons, once again for organizing and setting up all the tech. And obviously, yeah. Please keep donating. Great cause. Please continue watching our amazing other games. I am I'm at Venicelder on Twitch, and you'll find us on Twitter at Fate's Grip. And if you want to check out a couple more of our shows, feel free. We stream every Tuesday. And I'm so looking forward to the other people in my group doing other games this week too. It's such a great opportunity to connect with other people around Australia and around the world. So thank you. Thank you everybody for donating as well. Once again, it's been a fantastic, and I'll just stop talking because it's just I could go on forever. I guess that's it. Tune in again ASAP. Go on.
Don't forget the raffle.
We also have
raffle as well. Yes, raffle time. Let's go.
Yes.
Crasco!
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
What did they win?
Huzzah.
I won the glasses.
Glasses,
yes.
Game Master and Artificer glass, I think. Yeah.
They win the glasses. That's amazing. Etched glasses from Meeples and Dragons, I believe. What an amazing gift and prize. Enjoy them when you get them. That is really, really cool. And thank you so much, everybody, for entering the raffle too. Well done. Is there anything that I've missed before we sign off?
No, just say goodbye and happy May the 4th for everyone tomorrow in Australia. In the US, suck it. You're going to have to wait another day and a bit.
Hey, it's already May the 4th here.
May for us, yep.
True.
It's like, yeah.
Nearly there.
Indeed.
Awesome.
The
All right.
1st to the 4th.
The future is great.
I can tell you that firsthand, yeah. Fantastic. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing night. And
thanks, everyone.
All the best.
Thanks, team.
Thanks.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Sleep.